And the conversation died.
Yeah, I'm like,
I was like, hey,
I was gonna say, my girlfriend said the magic words. I would like to buy a gaming computer. Could you help me?
oh,
So
That's
she
the
wants to do
phrase.
it before the end of the year, so it's a tax write-off. So I need to go out on Newegg and Micro Center and start planning parts.
yes. One of us. Mm.
what else have
In
people on the channel recommended? I Buy Power and something else. Also,
I like Newegg because all of the computers I've ever built, I've bought from there, so I check my order history to know what's in the box.
What's in the box? Yes. No, that's a good move. I like Newegg stuff. That's actually where I got most of my products from for this monstrosity that I've slapped together.
Micro Center is nice because I can literally drive there, but
we could rock there.
We could.
It'd be fun.
Ruck there, build a PC, ruck it home.
Ooh, that's fun. So, especially if we can find a way to generate power by rucking, like then we can just have one person like playing, everyone else is just like going behind, trying to be like, give up the power. If we don't have enough, if we're not going fast enough, we lose it. So,
one of those like bicycles built for 2, but like built for 20 with a little generator. Like the turbine's not going fast enough, guys. Like no. Who's slacking? Or like one of the things that they had where like everybody's pedaling, but it's like a table with booze in the middle. What do they call those?
Oh yeah, the party, the
rickshaw things.
Yeah, the things in the city. I seen them. Yeah.
But instead of that, it's always like you crazy people. Yeah.
It's a LAN party. Yes.
I like it. So, what?
I love the new dice, Joe. They are very pretty. I love how sharp the edges are.
Yeah,
and I love pretty die that I can still read the fucking numbers. So many people get these very pretty dice, and I'm like, I have no idea what that says. And those look great.
Thank you.
There it is.
They are very pretty.
So, fun fact, there's like a little rose or something in here.
Yes,
but it's amplified because of the all the clear resin around. There it is. All the clear resin around it. But they use a similar thing to... sorry about that. They use a similar thing to how they cut opals. So you might look at like an opal ring, like you typically do on the weekend, and you look at it and you're like, oh man, that's so big and whatever.
Opalescent.
Opalescent even. Trick for all you opal potential buyers out there. If you look at it from the side, then suddenly everything's a lot more flat. It's not quite as like... magnified or anything like that. That means they cut the thinnest piece of opal,
and then they put
slapped it down
on top of it.
Yeah, that's exactly that's what they did. So
I mean, there is a sort of practical reason for that, maybe because opal breaks really, really easily.
Yeah.
So like, if you had something over top of it that not only like amplified the opal, but also made it so that like I wouldn't like smash it against the kitchen counter and then have half of an opal.
Yeah.
Plus, you can't facet an opal, to the best of my knowledge. I'm going to get somebody in now the chat that's telling me that I'm wrong, but
on the internet,
you can, because I feel like it like cleaves apart when you do that.
Yes, because you sand
someone
opal.
Who knows this, tell me if I'm wrong.
Say, follow LFTA for more gem facts. Like, that's our.
The shitty part is I definitely know someone that can answer this question. But
are they following the channel? Because they should be.
Probably not currently, but maybe because they're sick right now.
They are facts. You can trust me. I'm from Boise.
You are, yeah.
I'm from Idaho, the gem state.
Oh no. So welcome back to Live from the Apocalypse.
I Idaho was just the winter tax shelter for wealthy Californians. Is that
man? Now I got start over.
Realize that LFTA does give legal advice, and it is binding.
Mm-hmm. No one's a lawyer, but we will absolutely give you legal advice and medical advice. No one's a doctor, but you know what? We try hard. We have WebMD and a pocket full of dreams.
We are well read.
Get that on my business cards.
Does anybody have medicine as
our actors? So
ooh, that's true.
Currently,
sometimes we do research into the things that we do.
Are any of the characters? Are any of the characters in this game actually proficient in medicine?
Currently, yes.
Oh, good. We got one. All right.
Wait, is it you?
Currently,
it's not me.
Yes.
Incredible.
Until I decide to go to sleep and talk to another dead person.
Yeah.
Because you get your you talk to dead doctors and take their knowledge.
Honestly, easier than a residency.
Yeah.
Oh, I got the best splash page. Living doctors hate her.
That's one secret.
Speak to a dead doctor and gain the medicine proficiency.
Wild. All right, so welcome to Life from the Apocalypse. We're doing night 2 of our 12 games of Hazmis. This is one of our ongoing games, Veil Breakers. Doing some D&D 5e. We're our party of, Neverwinter Nights. Spelled with 2 Ks because, copyright.
Krispy Kreme.
Copyright spelled with a K as well. Yes.
Copyright's also spelled with a K.
No, that's 3 Ks. Nope, we don't want to go there. Never mind.
Good point. Yeah, too many Ks. Don't walk it back. This is why we workshop things.
You are sick,
but oh shit, got another sub.
Kill that dog.
Thank you. So, all right, where are the dogs? They ran away. They know better. So we're gonna continue our ongoing epic Veil Breakers D&D campaign, all in support of International Rescue Committee. Again, for some reason, the number raised is not showing. I believe it's around 450.
I was gonna say it's not telling us how much money. Say
1450. I apologize.
Much better.
Yes. So maybe if someone donates, the number will pop. I don't think that's true, but you know what? It's for a good cause, right? That's the whole premise behind the channel, the 12 Days of Hazmis, and just what we do here as gamer nerds. So I'll put the little donate link, if I spell it right, in the chat. There we go. And of course, nope, that ain't spelled right at all. That's what I get for typing and talking.
Oh, nope, that one wasn't.
Socials, if you want to follow those to see what's up. And of course, lastly, our Discord, which is mostly just nerds, memes, pets, and just shenanigans. So hop in, check it out. A bunch of wholesome people doing wholesome things. Without any further ado, let's get started. When we last left our heroes, they had just fought a bunch of Oni in a house that technically belongs to Bella or Bella's family, right? Currently occupied by a very formal rock Sasha named Terrence, who just helped you all slay these Onis, except for one that you've kept to kind of rebuild the house and kind of fix the damage from the fight. You all are able to...
Dead shirt servant.
Yes, a little bit of hostile mind magic. Terrence has taken this Oni over and told him to fix the house. So with that, you all are able to go back to resting. Those of you who don't sleep can kind of keep an eye on this.
Grip it,
oh heck, baby. Donation. Thank you.
Down, so crack one for the big boy.
Fortunately, the number did not pop, but I'm going to say
it's 1420 now.
Yes.
420, you say? All right. Very nice. But you're all able to keep an eye on this Oni throughout the night. Whatever magic that Terrence used seems pretty potent, and he just works all night fixing all the damage. Right. By no means does it restore the house to good condition. It was already in bad shape when you showed up, but at least the damage from the fight is fixed for the most part. All right, it helps if you're supernaturally strong and can just move all this stuff around pretty easily. So a few bumps and bangs in the night, but otherwise an undisturbed long rest, right? Next morning...
And Valen snoring.
Valen snoring. Somebody wakes up at 2 a.m. Like, did you only get power tools? No, Valen. It's Valen. Oh, God.
Odette does go out of her way to change her Ring of Featherfall to the Ring of Warmth.
Okay. That will attune.
Because she's learned her lesson. and now we're going to a platforming stage, so of course, yes.
We need to jump off this building. Luckily, we have... Oh, no.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, the city of Waterdeep is known for its treacherous lava pits and ice, icy conditions as well. So
you did save Yusuf at his wedding with that ring, didn't you?
That's true.
He was thrown off a cliff. You jumped down after him.
Yeah.
No, that was before the wedding. You teleported back up. Never mind. Forget me.
No, I did. No, I floated down because I'm a dancer, and then the rest of the way I got him, and then shadow ported. But you're right. I guess I'll put the ring of feathers all back on.
Nope. Stick with your gut.
The wedding photographer actually only got pictures of that part, and then he was.
They're good photos. I will say this: that was a good move because I was fully committed to letting Yusuf just fall down a cliff and die. So, more power to you. Now you have an ally who's around. Bella, when you rest, you have the ability to choose another wizard spell to swap out what you currently have prepped, which I believe is teleport right now. So that is an option for you to consider as you are kind of going through your morning, right? So as you all kind of coming together, Terrence, had picked up had sent somebody to pick up a bunch of food and otherwise easily accessible and edible things. It's just kind of sitting at the newly repaired kitchen table in the morning. Fire still going, warm from the night before. And he's got a little plate of just delicious meats that he's kind of carved out and piled up in front of him. And he looks at you all as you come in and gives a big old cat stretch and says, "Good morning. I hope you all slept well."
It's gonna come down a little maybe hairs up on one side and not on the other, and a little slept but clearly had the weirdest set of dreams. Yeah.
I like to picture that Valen is one of the worst people in the world, a morning person. He comes downstairs, yes, with Gruff, just happy as could be, slamming things around, making breakfast.
What an asshole.
It's just the literal worst.
5 a.m. you smell coffee and eggs, Valen's just cooking.
Yes, that guy.
Humming a little happy morning song. Springing his step, not a care in the world. So enthusiastic. As Terrence gathers you all together, he says, "Well, I suppose the question for all of you is what's next? I have some business I'd like to attend to based on what you told me about, Zengi and filling in some of the details of his arrival into Neverwinter. I would like to check in on some of my contacts. So I intend to travel, is my point, I guess. Bella, the house is yours until I return, or if you all would like to travel with me, that is an option as well."
And pretend, where are you traveling to?
Well, it seems that no one I'm looking for fled up here. I'm going to take my chances in Waterdeep and see who I can find.
But it kind of gives a knowing glance at everybody else. And then
Itzel's got both of her hands around a cup of coffee and a sausage half hanging out of her mouth, and we were remember, actually that works out really well for us. If you don't mind.
No, not at all.
I had a weird night.
Yes, I'd recommend, a shower, but the Oni is not very good at plumbing, so there's no running water, unfortunately.
That's okay. He can grab buckets. Just start a chain. It'll take him a little while, but I have faith.
Terrence just looks at the Oni, who's just kind of standing there awkwardly to the side, almost like a butler, And the Oni just nods, picks up like 2 large buckets from the kitchen, and walks out the door.
So we were off to
I think I had a internet hiccup.
Callum Shan? Yeah, probably.
Off to Calimport. Yes. Beautiful city. Quite warm. Rather to my liking. Well, if that's the way you're traveling, then I guess this is where we part ways. You all don't seem to... He kind of like looks at your faces and is like, you don't seem to be in agreement here.
I lost a little bit of time. I think I had an internet hiccup, just to let you know. That's lost in thought. It's just like, oh no, we believe are going to...
Does anybody have any other opinions?
Waterdeep?
How do you intend to travel?
Oh no, we were going to go to Waterdeep first and then Calimport. That's right.
Yes, but given the question, do you not intend to Waterdeep? How are you going to get there?
Oh, the only way to travel. And he kind of sets a little very, very nice metallic looking scroll case on the table.
By paper.
Oh, by magic.
Oh.
That sounds convenient, yeah.
Yes. I've had my fill of walking recently. It's not to my liking.
Well, yes. We were planning...
Well, we are also headed in that direction, and if you would not mind traveling companions...
Not at all. Spell works for 8.
The more the merrier.
I am in agreement with this, if everybody else is. Bella, do you need...
I guess we're good to go.
Bella, do you need any more time here? At your home? Or...
Okay. Valen has just made a huge mess of the kitchen with making a gigantic breakfast. And he's like, the Oni will take care of this, right? Like, clean it up and everything.
Of course.
Question. Am I the only person who cannot see or hear Joe?
No, he's gone.
Because
that's
he's
weird.
In the stream.
Oh.
I can both see and hear Joe.
I cannot.
Oh, no, I have not seen or heard him in a while. I was wondering where he went.
He went away for a second, but he's back for me.
This explains why this conversation's been so weird. Okay.
So he also made this fantastic joke about by paper, and I'm like, nobody else thinks this is funny. Okay.
Yeah.
We can't. We were missing everything. It's just that all of a sudden I glanced at my Twitch screen that's up, and I noticed that there were in fact captions, and Joe's lips were moving, and I was like, oh, Joe has not just been silent this whole time. Got it.
No, Odette's been slaying it over here with humor, and it's on lost ear. It's fallen on deaf ears, unfortunately. Like nobody's here can really appreciate the just wit and word that's coming out of the conversation.
I wrote it
down. Okay. Oh shit! Now I can't hear Joe.
I don't know if Joe has said anything.
Joe, you might need to close Video Ninja and log back in. Just turn it off and on again.
Please do that.
Oh, now I can't hear Joe. Fuck. No.
All right, cool. The silence spell's in effect. Everyone roll initiative. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
I was just like, we're sitting here in silence, just like, I guess nopody has any ideas.
Yeah. Good times. Well, while we're here, opals are cool, but have you tried amethyst? I don't know. Like, I like to grind that up in a fine powder and add it to my Cocoa Puffs. Really gives it some kick.
Yeah,
it's got medicinal properties.
It's the crunch. It's that nice crunch sprinkled on top of the Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, because they don't get soggy in milk. Amethyst. Nobody knows that.
That's true.
It is a feature.
# not a doctor.
if I'm not no, wait, hold on. So amethyst is technically kind of quartz, I think. So it's actually not like super high up the most scale. It's like a 6. No, once again,
out of 10.
Do you not? I think it's out of 10, but I don't know if it actually goes to 10.
What is
like,
the scale?
Diamond is the highest on it because it tests like a material's relative like toughness and like whether or not it can be like scratched or destroyed. So something like chalk is really low on the scale because you can like scratch it off with your fingernail.
I would like to go back for a second though. If you said the scale goes to 10 and diamond's the hardest, but doesn't go to 10.
Like 9 point whatever, or if it actually reaches 10.
Oh, okay. So I was like,
nothing is ever reaches the maximum
of 10, or if it is exclusive of 10 on my scale. And I don't
it's a scale of 1 to 12, with 9 being the highest.
It's like when you do Hollow Knight, you do 112% completion. It's like what?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, extra credit.
And I think it's only for minerals. But once again, like somebody in the chat knows this, so like, can you please? But it, like 0, I also don't think is an actual possibility. I think it has to be like a point something.
That sounds like scientists, honestly. Like we're gonna hedge our bets and leave some wiggle room.
It is a continuous scale exclusive of the maximum. Yes.
All right.
So I can see Joe.
Yes,
and it's Mohs, MOHS. I know that one too because it's a name.
What are your thoughts, Joe?
I can hear Joe.
You're talking about gemstones without me?
Odette has thoughts about this. Odette, sapphire versus diamond. What do you think?
Odette would say, are we in character? She'd say, oh yes, and well, it is good that you asked me. As you know, I am very skilled in gem and jewelry craft. And she takes out her chip and starts showing you. And she's like, as you can see, diamond is a lot harder. It is more difficult to craft with and therefore more expensive. But the whole market is controlled. If we met my father, he would explain it to you. She's like, whereas a sapphire is just really an irradiated rupee. And she's like, it's a little softer.
I didn't know that part, yes. Yeah.
She goes on about that.
I do appreciate this conversation.
Diamond is in fact a 10.
And if I have further inquiries about gemstones, Odette, you will be the first that I speak with. To your destination. I've heard both Calimport and Waterdeep. Now, I intend to travel to Waterdeep, and you are welcome to travel along. Calimport, as much as I love the city, is not my destination.
No, I believe we were actually going to Waterdeep. I was wrong.
Yes, we misspoke. We are headed to Calimport via Waterdeep.
Excellent. Well, I say once
take
we
in the sights.
Finish this lovely breakfast, I'll prep the circle. Bella, you don't mind if I draw on the floor a bit, do you? It's chalk. It'll fade.
Sure.
Itzel is going to avoid looking at the ceiling I burned a hole in.
Oh, it's fixed now. The Oni's working all night.
Good.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Yeah.
Terrence gets up and takes his tea in one hand and grabs a stick of chalk out of his robe pocket and goes into the little foyer area by the bottom of the stairs and starts to just draw out this teleportation circle.
All right, get everything packed up, get all the packs and supplies ready for traveling.
Take me about 10 minutes.
Valen, you made popovers? All right, I'm going to throw that in the bag.
Yeah, those are to go. Yeah.
Yeah, got him.
It's walking food.
Odette does kind of look around and at some of the, I'm assuming the bodies were kind of collected and put in a pile or something like that.
Bodies, they dissolve or
they disappear
when they die.
Yes, they actually disappear.
Okay. They don't clank any gold coins or anything on the ground though. On their platform. Okay.
Bella, you hear a weird crunching sound on the table next to you, and you look down and you see the big bright eyes of Bon just staring back at you, just crunching on some bacon.
Is that weird that you're eating bacon?
Bon.
Hi, Bella.
The body's eating bacon.
You seem really down this morning. Is everything okay? How can I help? Is it the house? Is it making you sad? Houses are easy to get rid of.
I was gonna say, don't need the house bomb.
Nope, don't. That's, we'll put a pin in the whole house thing, and we'll be coming back to this later. But
oh, okay. That's why you're sad. Are you not sad? Are you just sleepy? I've been told that a lot of people, when they're sleepy, they look sad and vice versa, and that's sometimes hard to tell. So I figured I'd just ask.
I'm doing okay, Bon Bon. Thanks for asking.
Good. I'm glad. It's my job to make sure you're doing okay. So, like,
do you need more bacon?
I would love more bacon. It's really good. What's it made out of? Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Don't tell him. It will ruin his precious innocence.
It's homemade. Hey, don't worry about it. Secret family recipe.
I don't know. It really bothered Bon Bon. Bon Bon doesn't seem to have much in the way of, like, respect for life. So,
I mean, Bon Bon was about to burn this house down if it made Bella sad. So,
yeah.
We got that.
Bon Bon's grasp on morality seems a little bit tenuous.
Morality is relative. The big thing that matters is a functional endpoint.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bon Bon has some more bacon.
Yay! Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah.
So, order of operations. What do we do first when we arrive in Waterdeep? Do we go and find Yusef and make sure that he is safe, and he would likely provide us with accommodations? I know that I would like to find Cole as soon as humanly possible. I'm sure Itzel wishes to find her sister. We could stay with my family if
I think the first thing to do is to establish a base of operations. First, we get there, find Yusef. From there, we can have the option to spread out to whatever it is we wanted to do, and then come back to Yusef again.
That sounds good. Base of operations. I am sure my family would love to have us. However, it might also be good to have some distance. And if Yosef, we could we're adults. We could also get a room or somewhere at a hotel.
Yes, it's just important that we know where to find each other.
Would it be a terrible idea to ask Terrence for either help or recommendation for a place to stay?
I don't think that we need to go that route. I don't want to be too much in his debt, and I think Yusef is rich, so...
Fair.
Okay. It is true. And we do need... Terrence is the wizard, right?
The Rakshasa?
Well, I am...
not Terrence. I'm sorry. Who is the... how do you say... Turtle?
Oh, Mortimer.
Mortimer the Turtle, yes.
Mortimer.
Yes. The Archmage.
Obviously, need to speak to him before we go to Cannonport.
Yes.
You can't be over here. There's already a kitty in the lab.
2 cats.
You have shoulders. What are you doing?
2 hands, 2
cats.
He
is mortified that the secret lab's chair does not have a flat top, because that was his favorite place to lie while I was on the computer.
Terrible.
So
Throw out the chair.
A big enough hood that the cat can rest in the hood is what we're telling you right now.
Mm-hmm. I do need I need to build him something for the back of the chair. Yeah.
A little cat basket.
Yeah.
Terrence strides back in and just says,
"Cat basket? No.
I do like cat baskets. So I was eavesdropping from the other room a little bit. The circle is ready. So whenever you have packed your things, we can proceed."
Yes. That gathers her stuff, grabs a pop over, kind of like, put it in the bag.
I think there's cheese in them. So good.
I know. It's very surprising.
Man. Last time we made popovers. Okay. Yeah, no, Itzel's going to grab basically as much of the, because if we're just leaving it. Terrence, what
Hmm?
What will the Oni do while we are gone? While you are gone?
He's going to maintain the house.
And then, okay, and it won't. There's no chance that it'll escape to go feed on somebody else's sadness.
Not if we return in the next year or so. You'll also make sure that no damage is done to the property.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
And he has a place to stay.
Yes.
He can get started on that plumbing.
Yes.
Oh, yes, I believe it was, and she kind of like reaches out and like kind of like touches Bella's shoulder, and she's like, I believe that Bella did ask for everything to be a little bit more like renovated than it actually was when she arrived, if I'm not mistaken.
A hot tub, yes.
If that's so, he has simply something to do while he's here and not patrolling.
True.
Yes.
Boredom, idle hands and all that.
Idle hands, yes.
Idle hands.
No, come back. You're warm.
Bella, what do you say to a real estate deal?
I say I would like to know the terms.
Well,
good answer.
You give me 1,000 gold, and I will hand you the deed to this house.
I thought you were renting it.
Oh no, the house belongs to me. I'm friends with the mayor.
Oh, that's right. The mayor gave it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
no, I don't think that was the arrangement. Yeah.
But
for the sound of several thousand coins clinking together, right?
Oh yeah, no, there was definitely some bribery. Not clearly mentioned, but definitely heavily implied when he told that story.
Mm-hmm. To his campaign, his upcoming election.
Yes, yes. Token of appreciation. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess technically I do have that.
Odette kind of like touches your shoulder and gives you guidance, and she's like, "Don't forget to haggle.
Never accept the first offer."
Yes. She, like Odette whispers. So we're
right. 1,000 seems pretty steep. Could you let it go for 750?
This is her home.
Roll persuasion.
She's like, "What about 985?" Like it's.
Roll add a d4 to
that. A 22. What'd you get?
1 second. I have to find the right die because I am a professional.
Oh, the persuasion die. Yeah, that's an important one.
I think it's a D6.
22. So you just got a 22, right?
Correct.
And I get to add a D4 from Odette?
Yep.
Then I beat 22 because I just rolled 22 and I haven't rolled my D4 yet.
Well done.
Nice.
Well done indeed.
Roll it anyway.
So that's going to be a 25.
Very nice.
Terrence just kind of scritches himself under his chin.
I bat my eyes at him. So prettily.
The cat's like, "Oh, you're so cute."
An instance of game recognizing game, yeah.
Now, under normal conditions, I would take great insult to this. But you were integral in helping to, keep me alive in that skirmish last night. I suppose I could bend on the price.
Oh, yes. From now that we're such good friends, just helping us out with this exchange here.
Of course. $750.
Great.
He extends a claw, or his clawed hand. So the handshake is a nice touch, but I do need the money.
Oh, right. Let me get that for
you. Rolls a 25 on persuasion to recognize a handshake.
Yeah, you pay him. He hands you the deed. And then takes a second, kind of regards all of you. And then takes 100 gold of the pile of the price that you gave him and just puts it on the table. Cost of repairs.
Oh. Thank you.
Wait, are we paying the Oni?
Well, would you prefer he find supplies elsewhere?
Oh, yeah, for goods. Yeah, okay.
He will build with it with what is available, and if he is not able to purchase it, he will simply take it. Now, the circle.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. He holds out the scroll in front of him, speaks the words of arcane power. The scroll, or the circle, lights up. The scroll burns away in his hands, and with a flash of light, the house is left behind. Bella, what's your parting thought as you have like one final look at your home before it disappears?
Hoping it doesn't take as many lifetimes to make it back to it this time.
Yeah. Hear Gray say something somewhere in your head like, yeah, gonna miss this place. Even it's kind of run down. You arrive with a flash of magic in a well-lit stone room. There are very ornate blue and gold tapestries on the wall. You quickly recognize them as tapestries of the Arcane Order. As you look around, you see it's just in a small chamber with one entrance. Valen, you're pretty proficient in warfare. It's just a doorway, but everything around this doorway, the way it's designed, the additional like gates and security you see that could be dropped down. Very quickly, this room could be turned into a trap room or
a containment
chamber.
Area.
Yes. If the wrong person or thing decided to teleport in, right? But it is
Good
not.
Design. I like this.
Yes. As you pop in, there's a flash of magic that lights up these runes in the wall. They glow with a vibrant purple light for a minute, kind of crackle with energy, and slowly start to fade. You feel as if each one of you is being almost assessed by something as you stop, or as you arrive. About a minute afterwards.
Does it look like we passed?
Nothing happens. About a minute later, the door kind of opens. You see a young-looking guy with just kind of disheveled hair, very quickly going to put on a pair of glasses. Clearly, Arcane Brotherhood robes. It's got like the blue tint to them. It's got a couple golden bands going up each arm. You saw Mortimer, for instance, when he had his blue robe on, had just gold bands and sigils going all the way up to his shoulders, right? So maybe some type of ranking.
Wait, I was gonna say, so like on the robes, there's bands. He's not wearing like bangles.
No, on the actual robes, there's like clear bands that seem to mark some type of seniority.
It's not a cultural marker, it's a ranking. Okay, got it.
Correct. He comes running in and looks at the 5 of you, 6 of you, 7 of you, and is like,
Bonsoir.
"Oh,
Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. There's nothing on the schedule this morning for. You're just. Hey, let me start over. How's it going? So.
Just popping in, and I'm gonna hand him a pop over.
Oh. Thanks. That's. It's got to go through our customs process, but it's the one. I won't tell if you don't. Hey, so I'm Martin. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna roll some dice real quick. I just gotta get all your information, and then we can get you out into the greater city. So just come on. You're all okay. I was gonna say if you have any weapons, but you're all crazy armed. That's not a bad thing. It's fine. Like it's just let's go in the other room and just take a seat at the table real quick. Right. And he kind of brings you in and he starts handing you just a bunch of paperwork. Right. And it literally is just like customs forms. Like, what is your intent in the city? How long do you intend to stay here? Are you bringing any type of it lists out like what type of magic items you're bringing of like a certain power level or higher, like all these different things that you can. Has any of you let me ask this. Canonically for your characters, has anybody interacted with the Arcane Brotherhood before? Outside of like talking to Mortimer or a couple other people that were at the wedding. This would be like a past character thing.
Nope. Valen is going to try to pull the I'm a priest.
Okay.
I don't pay taxes. I'm a priest.
Oh, you're a priest? Okay, we have a special form for you. Here. You gotta fill this out. And just hands you like another stack of a couple more forms. So what the big thing about the Arcane Brotherhood is, the Arcane Tower is that they are a group of magical researchers. They're charged with a couple different tasks. Obviously, they are there to help improve the city or wherever they're stationed effectively. They are there to help provide security, and they're also there to manage effectively magical transportation ways, right? So when new things come in and out of the city, they are very diligent on making sure that nothing that pops out is going to be a crazy threat. If anyone wants to roll Knowledge Arcana, you are welcome to.
Hell yeah, I want to roll Arcana.
I feel like Itzel and Metzley, when they came through Waterdeep on the way up to Neverwinter, probably interacted with like some like lower members, especially those that were interested in like herbology and plants because of Metzley. So like I was probably not someone that they remembered, but they might have remembered her. Or they might have remembered like both of us and remembered that like I was the one that wasn't friendly. Yes. But I'm also gonna roll Arcana because yes.
Dope. Bella, what'd you get?
I got a 17 on my Arcana check.
Cool. You know that all of this stuff that's happening right now is pretty routine.
I got a 20 on my Arcana check.
Nothing here is like over. This is business as usual. So, on a 20, one of the things you would know about the Arcane Tower is that when you travel via higher level magic within a city, you could theoretically, based on the way they do their abjuration, be rerouted to the tower. Right? So in the event that you were trying to escape or do something shady or try to teleport directly into the city, they can reroute you to a secure area instead to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. So that's lesser known, but something that you probably came across through some digging.
So they already have decided we're not really a threat.
I mean, based on whatever scans or checks they did on you, you seem fine. Right. So, you fill out a bunch of paperwork. It takes you about 20, 30 minutes. There's a bunch of just simple questions that are asked. And Martin kind of grabs up the paperwork and starts looking through it. He goes, hey, someone's going to have to help the little. I'm sorry, what's your name? I'm Bonbon. Yeah, can someone help Bonbon out with the paperwork? It's just gotta, just kind of expedite the process. Bonbon like holding a pen with like two paws, trying to write.
And
I think you should be equipped to handle these kinds of accommodations for people that come through your office. Is this not a professional organization?
Yeah, people with disabilities roll through here all the time. I'm just saying, not everybody can hold a pen.
And speaking of which, I mean, talking down to him and as if he were not in the right room.
Yeah, about our friend rather than to. Like, I mean, it's...
Yeah. This is also a bit specious, if I may. Says the Shadow Martel. And she's just like...
Yeah, I mean, I find it a little bit strange that you don't have writing implements that work with things that do not have, like, articulated digits. That seems odd to me. Like, you're a higher-ranking official. Shouldn't... There's got to be a drawer.
She is trying her best.
We had some people for all that, but they're currently out right now on additional duties.
So could you provide scribe services for our friend? That's a standard accommodation.
Yeah, I have to go get my manager.
As you should, actually. They should know.
Yeah, let me. I mean, I'm just like an intern, basically. Like, I shouldn't be telling you that. Hey, look, I got this. I'll make sure it's taken care of.
I'm so glad that we could provide you with the learning experience, but do you really think that's our responsibility?
That is so kind of you to provide him with this.
Yeah, I'll be right back. And he just walks out awkwardly, closes the door.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, they should be a little ashamed. I'm sorry, Bonbon.
Oh, don't be sorry. Don't apologize. I'm very impressed. I was going to throw my name around, see if that worked. Not that it always does.
No, I don't mind at all. I'm entirely from another realm, so yeah, I get it.
We're only in like the 15th century post spell plague. I mean, what year is this?
And Terrence, you seem like you got done halfway before all of us did.
I'm used to this kind of thing.
She look. Is there like a line for like species there or?
Yeah, there's all sorts of biographic information.
Odette says, out of curiosity, as a business partner and traveling companion, what do you put here? She like points at that line. I honestly still feel like it's very gauche.
He just holds up his that says Roxasha on it.
Yeah.
He's like, I have no interest in lying about who I am.
Good to know.
About 15 minutes later,
sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
The door opens again. You see Martin trying to put his glasses back on and looks all disheveled a little bit. And then you see a very tall road wizard with markings that seem to go about halfway up her tricep on her robe, walking in, just long silver hair. And she says, everyone, I apologize. Martin here is new to the teleportation in processing, and he, seems to have forgotten a few key pieces of his briefing. Now, of course, we have methodology for helping anybody who needs help to in process, but we'll get that taken care of as quickly as possible. I do have to ask all of you a question, though. Again, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. Do you know a Yusef Nasiri by chance?
Oh, Yusef, yes, we do.
We were in his wedding.
I was just about to say that, and I really struggled with it. But we were, yes.
No, I mean, mainly my question was why are we referring to it as help when it's just like giving a basic, structure to allow for all people to access the same things. I just, like, why do you have to refer to that as help just because it's not the way that you write?
It's a very interesting way to look at it, yes.
I hope that Martin will receive more training.
Of course.
And I regret giving you that popover.
It was really good. You're not supposed to eat anything before it clears customs. He's going to retraining.
You did just throw him under the bus when he asked you not to say anything about the popover. Like, that was a little...
Yeah. And then he said shit about Bon Bon. So where are we now?
Oh my god. I am Odette Beauvoir. These are my companions, and she like goes through every single one of. And what, pray tell, is your name, wizardess?
Oh, Gwendolyn. So you can call me Gwen.
Gwen, a pleasure to meet you. We would like to get out of here as quickly as we could. We do have urgent business with Yusef. He has been asking about us.
Why do you bring it up?
She hands you a rather large envelope with your 4 names on the front. That's been sealed with the Nasiri house crest, right? He dropped this off a few days ago.
Interesting. Was he heading out of town? Well, I guess here, give me that. We'll find out.
You open it up. It's a letter from Yusef that effectively says, I hope you all are well. I hope this letter finds you safe. I was not sure how you were all going to travel, so I made a point to leave a letter at any possible entry point into the city so that you would be identified and notified of where to go next. Now, I have accommodations for you, and I've taken the time to consolidate everyone I could from Neverwinter at our home here in Waterdeep.
See, this is why it's nice to have rich friends.
Here's the address and effectively the way to get here. There's also included in there is there's a little bit of money as well for transportation. It says, when you receive this, please use the sending scroll attached to let me know that you are in the city and that you are safe. And signed your friend Yusuf.
Get that read receipt and Outlook, yeah.
Does it definitely look like I don't know. How do we
would we recognize his handwriting? I don't think so.
Yeah, as in to make sure that like when we send this sending thing, it's definitely going for I'm assuming the seal is well known, or at least his crest is well known, so
you can roll investigate if you like.
Spell the thing, but I can't I don't know if I can scan it. Do what? Can I? I don't know if I can.
Odette tries to remember whether or not she kept the letter that we were given as you have been chosen to be part of this dungeoneering group. And she thinks back to see whether or not she kept that as a souvenir.
Hey, roll a d20 on a 11 plus. You did, or it survived rather.
She rolled a 6.
Okay, you probably had it with you, but I assume somewhere in your adventures it got destroyed.
He did write us a letter of congratulations before we went with him into the dungeon to get, the diamond. If any of you have the letter, I seem to be missing mine. We could compare the handwriting.
If y'all want to make similar rolls, you're welcome to.
Yes, I can also detect magic on this, so I'm going to do that.
Okay.
With a 19, Valen absolutely saved that letter. He was very proud.
you still have it, and it's got a few like singes and like a little bit of wear and tear, but the core content is preserved, right? Okay. So you cast Detect Magic.
Yep, so I have to sit with it for a little while. Make some mumbling and moving my fingers over it motions.
Martin's like, we don't usually let people just...
You don't get to comment on this process anymore, Martin.
See, Gwen looks at it and says, please, let me handle this. Martin, go wait outside. Like now. And he like kind of hangs his head and goes outside.
Poor kid.
Oh,
I feel a little bit bad.
This is what you get when you have to do temp work. You detect moderately powered evocation in the attached scroll. The letter itself has no magical properties.
All right, good. Okay. As far as I can tell, it's going to do what it says it's going to do, or at least it's going to do a thing like what it says it's going to do. Hopefully, it doesn't go to someone else.
Could explode.
Could explode.
My suggestion was going to be, let's go to the address that he gave us, and as long as it's safe, then we will send the read recognition. Assuming that it means like he's out of town or something.
Well, you're all welcome to take as much time as you like. We have no other arrivals scheduled for today. So once you're done, just let me know on the way out so I can, clean up the room a bit for tomorrow.
Awesome. Did they actually scribe for Bonbon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Did Martin have to scribe for Bonbon?
No. Gwen would have just cast Invisible Servant.
Great. Okay.
Thank you for your...
Unseen Servant. It's really Martin should know these things. We'll make sure he gets a good refresher on his training.
I'm sure he meant well.
I don't feel like that matters. All right.
How far away is this? Is the palace that we're going to? I'm assuming mansion, whatever, the rich person place.
Yes, our compound that we are.
You're welcome to roll knowledge history, or you can ask Gwen.
I would ask Gwen.
Okay. Yeah, she takes a look at the address. She says, it's not too far. About a 20-25-minute walk, depending on your pace. And, or you could hail transportation.
I didn't know.
What is the transportation around town? Is it buses, taxis?
Well, we have a combination of... It depends on how much you want to spend. You have everything from simple floating discs that will take you places. They are very expensive. They charge by the mile. We have everything from simple coaches to a few luxury vehicles. But again, more pricey, the more elaborate the transportation. I could call you something if you'd like.
Coaches would be great.
We were given a little bit of gold in order to cover our transportation costs by Yosef kindly. We should be able to get anywhere. I wouldn't mind being off of my feet for
Coaches
just
would
a
be
little.
awesome.
Of course, I'll call you a coach.
Great. I'm going to put my stuff in the coach, and then I'm going to trot along with it.
Okay.
Yeah, Gruff is just going to trot alongside, which he was going to do anyway.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah. About 5 minutes later, this coach shows up. You all pile in or around this coach. Give the driver the address, and start to roll out. So
Itzel's going to wild shape and like trot next to Gruff.
Just taking in the sights.
I mean,
what is the feel around town?
Stretch the legs. We didn't have to teleport and then stand in an office because people were incompetent. It's fine.
Oh yeah, is Terrence coming with us, or is he going off on his own?
I assumed that this was goodbye for Terrence.
Yeah. Bye, Terrence. Bye. No, you're not welcome to come to our hotel.
If you don't mind, I'd like to accompany you a little further. After all, Yusuf and I do work together. I would like to apologize for missing his wedding. I understand the circumstances were well beyond my control, but still, it's the right thing.
We did have that conversation before, didn't we?
Yeah, he did mention visiting him. Yeah.
He was invited.
Okay, never mind. That's fine.
Yeah. I do think
he did magically teleport us here. That was very nice of him. Yeah. He can ride in our coach.
Oh, much appreciated. Everyone, if you as you'd like, go ahead and roll a knowledge history, please, as you go through town. Waterdeep is a beautiful city, right? It is an old city. It has fantastic architecture.
Yay, 22.
It's got towering buildings. It's got multiple temples to all sorts of gods and goddesses and different religions around here. It is a city that has clearly had the luxury of prosperity without any type of destruction, right? So it has simply grown and adapted over time. The streets are busy but well organized. There is just a wonderful vibe of, it's even hard to describe it, like just organized chaos in this city where everyone seems to know where they're supposed to be and how they're moving throughout this just beautifully structured place. All right. What was the knowledge history? 1?
No. I'm not a knowledge kind of
22.
guy.
11.
11. There's 22 will get you that. There's something going on, Odette and Bella, even Valen, as you kind of look around, like beyond the regular just movement and lifeblood of the city as people are kind of going about their day, right? You can see that there have been decorations hung up, right? There seem to be beautiful banners of just like blue, gold, some type of like deep coppery orange that have been hung up. And if anyone wants to make a knowledge religion check, you're welcome to as well. There are
19.
Flowers and decorations seem to have been set up almost magically in places where they clearly should not be, right? On the sides, on the fronts of buildings, you have these like just beautiful sprawling vines with like beautiful, with like lovely foliage that just smells amazing in the city. It just smells like just a fresh meadow, right? On a 19, Bella, you recognize on these banners that they are symbols of the Church of Lyra, which is a triangle pointed downward with 3 stars at the different points. Must be a festival of some type. Itzel, on 22, you'd realize that there's a festival in Waterdeep that happens pretty annually. It's about a week long, called it's basically called Lyra's Night, right? And the entire week leads up to one evening of just incredible revelry throughout the city. Is a combination of just like parties at different taverns or like large social gathering areas. There are also very classy balls that occur for like the higher nobility. They do fancy like, tuxedo and like bow tie kind of parties. And it's just a celebration of basically joy and prosperity and love throughout the world.
Okay.
You also know that it is one of the safest times to be in the city, because the Order of the White Violet, which is one of the subsets of the church, is very active in making sure that there's no crime usually, but they triple down during the week of the festival. It's believed that things like, especially murder, but like other types of bad crimes could
bring about disfavor or something from Lyra?
Yes, they would not actually get Lyra's blessing
Okay.
as part of the celebration. So they make a point to be very vigilant during this time.
Awesome.
And
I am currently wild shaped, so I will communicate that with everybody later. But
Okay.
you said classy balls, so I want you to know that you have done this when later we go shopping.
Nope, that's fair. I do like a shopping episode. Also, gonna hit the phrasing button. But yeah, it'd be nice if you had a rich friend that would buy you clothes.
Yeah,
Man, that would be great.
again.
We did again, yeah.
Yeah, actually, you guys have I think you have a good amount of money at this point on stuff.
Yeah,
so
we're pretty well off.
But
Valen was trying to look the mood of the average Joe, not the kind of person going to the fancy balls. Are we in goddamn refugees and we're on the verge of war kind of feeling, or we're prosperous and I love this festival? How are we feeling?
Give me an insight check.
Oh no,
that's better. Double digits are nice.
Mm-hmm. Good start.
That would be a 17.
Okay, 17. You look around, and just like any large city, there are instances of like poverty or instances of like homelessness. Yes, but it seems reduced here. It is very, very uncommon. At least maybe it's the way you're traveling, or maybe just that's the vibe throughout the whole city. But it seems like most people have a place to call home here. Right.
Nice.
In terms of the festival itself, there's a general vibe of just happiness and anticipation throughout the city. While everyone is busy, they are busy in preparation for something that's held dearly to a lot of people in this city. The nice thing about the Church of Lyra is you don't have to be an avid believer to take place in the festivals. That is not something they try to that's not a requirement they levy. They're just like, nope, come out, just party with us. We're just happy to have you here. We want everyone to be prosperous. Whether or not you come to church on Sunday, we don't care. We just want you to have some good food.
Nice.
Thanks.
Do I know if there's a temple to Tempest in the city?
There most certainly is.
Okay.
So every major religion has a temple here. You also know that some of the major dark religions have temples here.
Some territory.
More open than not, but they're around. Right. So you travel through the city streets. By coach, it takes you about 10 minutes. The biggest hindrance is just making sure that the coach doesn't hit anybody because the streets are busy. Right. But very quickly make your way to another very beautiful manor house. Right. It's not nearly as elaborate as the one you saw in Neverwinter. You could call this a vacation home or something like that, but it is sprawling and massive. It reminds you of something that you would see in kind of the Lord's District in Neverwinter, right? It's got a beautiful golden gateway with the Nasiri crest in the center of it. It does not have a fountain in the front, but has a very well-kept garden. You can see kind of just large stairs heading up to beautiful ornate double doors that are attached to this massive house where you could say, okay, this thing has an east and a west wing kind of deal. So very, very large and spacious.
Itzel's gonna like take bites of some of the flowers as we're like trotting down the streets towards passing a couple of branches over to Gruff.
He appreciates.
I imagine the Nasiri gate is probably well decorated, so like
very much so.
Also delicious.
Covered in all sorts of blue and purple and green and yellow flowers that have just been decorated ornately. New thing as you roll up to the Nasiri estate is that there are two very large looking armored guards standing out front the gate.
I was going to say, I'm going to start chatting with the guards because this is what I expect to happen.
Yes. They are visors down, pikes kind of stationary, right? And as you all approach, Valen, you walk up first, and they step forward, and one of them just says, good morning. Do you have business with the Nasiri family?
Good morning. We're old friends of Yusef. We have a letter. He told us to come here.
Ah, yes, of course. And looks at the letter, looks at all of you, and says, "Ah, you made it. Good. Yusuf has been asking daily for updates. So let's get you all inside. There are more of
Good.
you
Is
than
he here?
were in this letter."
We brought one friend from out of town.
Brought 2 friends, and she kind of gently lifts up Bonbon.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Petition to just make Andy have a conversation with himself as the guard and Bonbon for the next 20 minutes.
Bonbon and Guy, they have to talk, yeah.
If you donate, anything could happen.
So is Yusuf here?
Yes, he is home.
It's good to know.
You, sir, and points at Terrence. Terrence just says, Yusuf and I are old friends. Tell him that Terrence is at the gate, and I will, of course, wait for entry. And the other guard runs up, delivers the message, comes back, and says, "Yep, they're all good. Everyone, you're welcome inside. Please come in."
Thank you.
Yeah.
How's it been around town? Guarding the gate here. How's the feel?
Well, everyone is preparing for the festival. It's going to be an incredible night. The last night's tonight.
Oh, the last night of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You done these before?
Oh, every year. Every year. They're always amazing. The food is so good, the dancing. Most people honestly take the next day off. It's almost like the city is just quiet. It's incredible.
Oh, it's my kind of night, yeah.
Well then, I'd see you later. My shift ends at 5. So
Does
perfect.
have a date?
No, you're going to show me where we're going to go drinking.
Yeah, we're going to go drinking. So
sounds like a date to me.
That sounds like a date to me.
They open the gate as you go by. Like the guard may or may not give you a wink. It's kind of hard to see under the visor, right? But you keep rolling, and as the coach kind of takes you inside, drops you off by the stairs, and then takes the money, rolls out, literally. As you're halfway up the stairs, the doors just like fly open, and you see, Yusuf in his, dark hair, goatee, red robes, just come literally running down the stairs towards you all. And he stops short and he says, "My friends, I am so happy to see all of you. You're all in one piece. It's so incredible. It's been such a trying week for everyone."
Valley gives him a big hug, lifting him off the ground, yeah.
He just embraces you. He does stop short from jumping into your arms, but you go for the hug, he just dives in. And he seems just genuinely happy to see that you're all not dead. Because last time we saw you, it wasn't great.
We were dead, yeah.
Yeah.
We did. There is so much to speak to you about. We did die. We are so glad that you were able to survive.
It was a mess for a little while, but man. No, please come in. I have rooms prepared for all of you. I wasn't sure when you would arrive or if you would arrive, but you can at least take some time and relax. I'll tell you about what's been going on in the city.
Of course.
Also, there's some friends here just to prepare you.
Okay. Who?
Oh, it's much more fun if it's a surprise. And starts bringing you inside.
So we'll prance up the steps and then realize she's still on all fours and be like, "Oh right," and drop Wild Shape on the doormat, basically. Right.
Yusuf sees this and is like, "The floors are enchanted. They will clean themselves. It's it does not matter."
Gruff comes in too.
Yeah.
Clank, 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 clank.
No, I had to, and she I'll give him a hug around the middle and lift him up a little bit because Itzel's probably taller than he is, so just easier for that.
Guess that would have been very awkward as a horse. Yes, I could. It's good to see you.
Odette like kind of slips in and like gives him a gentle hug, and I forgot from earlier. This everybody is doing this.
He gives you a hug back. So.
Pluck a yellow flower because I've now discovered that those are delicious. I'm going to chew on that as we head in.
Let's go inside and get settled in kind of a nice common room area with just like very plush couches and comfortable seating. Brett. As you round the corner, Odette, I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Strength. You got it.
Okay. Let me know. Let me know if you beat a 21.
I had an 11, so I'm 10 under.
Cool. You are immediately blindsided and taken off your feet, and swept up into a massive hug. As Cole, who has been waiting in the common room, just sees you around the corner and just barrels down at you and just grabs you off your feet and just spins you in just a very powerful hug.
Oh, my dear, oh, my love, I've waited so long to see you. Oh, it's been hell without you. It's good to see you.
Oh, I've missed you so much, and everything has just been an absolute mess. Oh, I'm so glad you're okay.
I am, and you're safe. You are so brave. Well, we sent you away. You didn't run away, but thank you so much for leading everybody to safety.
I was brave. Are you kidding? You literally left off of a cliff to save Yusef. I watched that happen. I was right next to you. That was the most insane thing I've ever seen, and he did it like it was nothing.
With my she's like being held several feet off the ground. I'm assuming, like looks at every one of her companions. Says, I knew I was brave before, but my friends have showed me that there is more to it. It felt right, and it was the right thing to do. And I mean, all of us did, but I basically transcended death in order to come back and be with you. So just let that be known. And she like boops him on the nose.
So give me some credit, yeah.
And I know you would do the same for me.
I cannot wait to sit down and hear all of this.
One second, and then she fully kisses him, and like they have a romantic moment. And she
heck!
She whispers it's like some line that they had together, like in probably Lac de Lune, like as the moon was being chased by the wolf, and they finally were able to find a moment to meet in the forest. And so she like does that. I'm assuming he does like the lines back, and then like she laughs. So,
no, it is a very, very cute and heartfelt reunion. I think takes a bunch of stress off of both of you. I'm going to pause real quick there. Hello and welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the party. We're in the middle of our live play. Well, obviously it's Twitch of Veilbreakers, our ongoing D&D 5e game, and as a part of the 12 games of Hasmus. So this is day 2 of 12. So we got a lot of other games coming up, but welcome to the party. At the channel as a whole, we do fundraising for charity as part of our TTRPGs. So if you're able to, please donate. You can't see the magic number for some reason, but we're at about, I'm going to say $1,480, maybe $1,500 out of our $2,000 goal. But again, you don't have to donate. It's a cool thing if you have the money to do so. And if not, just throw us a follow and just check out our socials. SoCals. Right, boom. Let's see what we got going on. But happy to have y'all here. Hopefully, whatever you guys are playing was a lot of fun. So, thank you for the raid. We'll get back to this heartfelt reunion. as soon as the whirlwind that is Odette and Cole kind of calms down, right? I'm picturing just spinning and like laughing. Itzel, you kind of see over Cole's shoulder and in a chair, kind of sitting properly, watching this reunion with like a little tear in her eye is Metzley, who sees you and kind of stands up and gives like a little squee and scurries across the room to give you a much less Mack truck of a hug, but still a very warm and friendly one the same. And she's like,
okay, I can be the Mack truck in this. That's fine.
That's true. Yeah.
So, yeah, she's gonna scurry over and be nice about it, and I'm just gonna like pick her up and throw her in the air a little bit like a kid.
She goes with it and starts laughing, and she's just like, oh man, I can't. And so I'm so happy to see you.
You're better at this stuff than I am, but I can make you laugh a little bit at least. And like I'll like turn her upside down like you would do with like a little kid and like get her like hair brushing the floor. I mean, like, it's really nice to see you. Gosh, like, you don't have to be such a weirdo about it.
Oh, hey, look. She kind of like eventually gets reoriented and like recenters and just gives you a hug and then kind of holds your shoulders and it's just like, I have so much to tell you. How are you?
It's been a long, strange trip.
Your hair is just
yeah, I had a weird last night was strange. That I need to probably talk to you about.
Oh no.
No, not necessarily bad, just weird. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should have learned to expect it. Like, it is kind of part of like what the order does. But we were like in a house that has been through like, many iterations of families and history and things, and so maybe that was part of it. But like you get into like that trancy part of sleep, and sometimes you get like visions and things, and that's normal. But like, I don't know, I'd never had something sit and talk to me like having a conversation before.
Fascinating. Here,
come
sit. You said put out tea and sandwiches. Tell me all about it, please. And kind of like walks you over towards like a little sitting area.
Yeah. And she's gonna like pick up one of the yellow flowers that she was like eating on the way over as a horse, and she's gonna be like, "Okay, because you'll notice, like, what is this? Because this is delicious."
They start talking about the different flowers that are out for the festival.
Yeah. As long as she doesn't tell me it's toxic, we're fine.
Oh no, not toxic. Although I wouldn't eat too many of them. You might get like a weird skin tint, but like it's not bad. It won't hurt you. It's just gonna, it's gonna mess with your complexion a little bit.
Okay, so if I ate it while in wild shape,
like 1 or 2, no, you'll be fine. I'd stop at like 50. That seems like a lot.
Okay, so I might get a skin tint. Good to know.
Yeah. Wait, how long have you been in town?
just the walk over, but like customs was terrible.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
I try not to say mean things about people, but like I
know you're nice.
They're not great, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway.
So Howard. I mean, I'm sure everybody loves you. It's you. That's probably easy to do. But like, has everyone been okay? Have you been? I know it matters that you're like you probably feel like you had to be useful, but like, we didn't really know everybody very well until we got dead, but I'm not now. That's good.
No, that's really good. That's really good. Being not dead is like the best, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm kind of having to reconcile with it a little bit. Like, I know that that's not a thing that like fits our worldview sometimes, but we've got a bigger mission. Yeah.
as you sit down and start like kind of talking this out, Valen, you hear the clanking of armor.
Your date's here.
It's like tap on the shoulder from behind, like, "Hey, bro, when are we going drinking?" The clanking of armor, and as Itzel and Metzley kind of clear out of the entranceway, you see that Father Stone is standing there.
I recognize that clank.
He looks well, he's very alive. Good. Right? You can see he still has just like black and blue marks all across his face. They look like they've healed for the most part, but it looks like it would be incredibly painful for him to like, move his face a lot or touch it, And it looks at you and, gives you a very serious and approving like nod. And then reaches out to grab your hand and pulls you into one of those handshake hugs. He says, "I heard that you were still out there, but it's good to actually see you, right?"
I'm so glad to see you here taking care of everybody. That really makes me feel better.
We had to evacuate the entire church, but we got everyone that we could find out of the city.
Good.
Still missing a few, but we're going to have to regroup and go back for them.
Good.
Everything you did that day was the entire reason there are so many more people alive. So for that, I give you the utmost respect.
Good. I'm just glad everybody made it. Is the temple here helping everyone?
They're organizing a counteroffensive as we speak.
Perfect.
It's difficult. The situation is hard to articulate to the Lords of Waterdeep and, any type of large military activity they are very involved in. They don't like random armies mustering in or around their city gates without their, approval.
Yeah.
But you look well, and I'm thankful for that.
Thank you. No, it's fantastic. We have a game plan of how we're going to take care of this, but we're going to need everybody's help when the day comes.
Excellent. We got a small platoon standing by. And he looks over at Gruff, just gives Gruff a little scritch under the neck and hands him a carrot.
Gruff is bouncing around.
I'm glad to see Gruff's in good spirits as well. How you doing, buddy?
I'm so glad that everybody made it out of the wedding okay.
Oh, a question for you. So, like, Odette, like, if we're sitting down, Odette is just, like, lounging, like, on Cole, basically, beast of a man. And she says, Cole, and Father Stone, did any of the troop from the academy, did they arrive? We were able to rescue them. They were not being attacked by the demons. How do you say, Brother Stone, the things that were attacking you? They were not attacked by that. Slad?
They were Glabrazus and Hezrus.
Right.
Yeah, but
they were instead attacked by someone much more insidious. Her name is Chantel.
This Chantel sounds like a real problem. Is she working with Zengi?
She seems to be working with. Is it Asmodeus? Is that who was it?
She's working. She has made a deal with the demon lord Mammon.
And Mammon is the one who Zengi is trying to betray.
No, Mammon is just the demon lord of like greed and avarice.
Completely unrelated.
Yeah, that seems, as far as you can tell in like the greater scheme of things, that was just something that Chantel did because she sucks and basically wanted talent. No, she wanted talent and power, and made some sort of weird cell-souling warlock deal maybe to get it.
Still,
But so Yusef kind of speaks up and says, yes, your dancing troupe. I found them. They're actually out back right now. They were. I asked the Arcane Tower to keep an eye out on anyone new who came in, and to just keep me updated, just in case it was somebody that we knew or that you knew. And when they told me about the Royal Dance Troupe, I knew immediately that those were your people. So I made sure to get them here, and they've been here for about, I think, 2 days maybe, enjoying the festival, kind of relaxing. They had a rehearsal out back. Aurora was very insistent that they keep training. She was very regimented about that.
Yes, it's really strange how regimentedly they are training. Isn't that strange?
So proud of them.
She's just wryly, just kind of smiling, but warmly so.
I meant to ask because I know Sari was a fan of the show. When did you incorporate weaponry into the dance?
There was always a little bit of weaponry. I would like to say that Valen has every right to claim credit for any of the advancements that they have made so far.
It's a very organic addition to the show. It works well.
That's a nice touch. I like it. As the rest of you get settled in, Bella, you can walk around the corner.
Wait, what?
Bella, yeah, you can walk around the corner, right? There are 2 people who have been seated on a couch off to the side, who look awkward, right? They are watching these reunions, and it's very much like the 2 people at a party who are like, I don't know anybody else here. Just kind of got their little tea and a little cucumber sandwich, and they're just like, oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are just doing stuff. This really seems significant, but I don't have any context or input here. Oh, look, that one's she's crying. Like this. Oh God, what's going on here? But as you round the corner to get settled in, Yusef kind of just like lightly touches your arm and just says, I wasn't sure who to contact to make sure that everyone you had was safe. So I went on a search to make sure that your family was okay.
My family?
Yes. Found your parents.
Did you know?
You did what? My parents. You're not talking about like Odette's parents or like Itzel's parents. You're talking my parents?
Mm-hmm. I tried to find everyone that I could think of that Zengi would potentially target and bring them all to a safe place. I thought I didn't know if you had any other siblings, but I thought you had family somewhere, so I went looking.
Is Gray saying anything about this?
I'm picturing this like kind of right before you walk into the room, so you haven't quite seen that. You can kind of like take a peek around the corner and see these 2 sitting on the couch, and like kind of go back if you want. Like,
do I recognize them?
Yeah, they look like your parents.
My parents are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 100 years, couple 100 years.
Yeah. Gray just goes,
Oh no.
Okay, this is awkward. This is awkward.
No, God.
Oh, Gray.
What?
As you start thinking back to your memories, because
now you have them.
How many rooms full of clones were there in that house? Did you
Oh my God.
Did you count?
Right.
Well, look, in order to set up all the different life cycles, some things needed to be around, like, a family. So you've got one. And you start like looking back through your memories, like you have very clearly your memories, and then like the modified memories that are just like broken off into different timelines. And like, yeah, there's definitely memories where you have two people that look like these individuals on the couch that you'd be like, oh yeah, these were parents of mine that I had in like another lifetime. They're like weird memories of like arguing over breakfast stuff, and like weird memories of like, them being incredibly supportive in different things, and like weird memories of like just you staying out too late. Like all these weird things are in there in like one of these lifetimes you lived. Grace like, yeah, I didn't.
Did he hire actors?
I think he made actors.
What I was thinking.
I think he made actors.
Well, first off, do they look like changelings?
What does the changeling look like? Clap back. I don't know. Wow.
That's right.
It's just question marks. Like, that's a good question. And Greg just says, I'm shocked he found them.
Why? Where did you leave them?
Here in Waterdeep. I left them here in Waterdeep so they could just live their lives. Like they're nice people, and they shouldn't be involved in any of this stuff. Like,
do they know me?
They know a version of you.
I mean, yeah. They know Bella, right? So like, I don't. We can make him go away.
Oh God!
Like not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. Just like
crazy. Nope.
Like
from some people, that's a totally okay thing to say, but Gray, not so much.
Look, they think they're your parents because they kind of are, but they're not, right? So, like, just change their memories and move on.
You just took a couple of random people off the street and changed their memories to think they were her parents?
No, I'm saying we can reverse.
That's worse than actors, I think.
How is he hearing this?
Like... Did he make clothes?
Oh, this thing's on send all. Hold on.
Hey, Gray, start digging up. All right.
Yeah, God.
I sat down and mapped out. Honestly, like if Gray were to put up an elaborate ruse of multiple lifetimes of Bella living multiple different like versions of herself, what that effort would look like, and it's stupid. It's absolutely insane, and I love it. But yeah, apparently Yusef has found people that are apparently your parents from probably one of the more recent lives that you had.
What do they think happened to Bella, though? And which Bella?
Yeah, one of the more recent lives. How recent? Do they think this is like 40 years ago, Bella?
They're 112.
But they look like half elves, or elves. So, like,
do they? That's what I was asking. What do they look like half elves, or
they look like her parents, right? Like,
as you look in there, they look like they look like half elves. The father's got like literally like khaki jeans and like a little cardigan, and is like just has these like big old like circular glasses.
He has socks on that are themed for this festival, doesn't he?
100% flower socks
with sandals.
Right.
Yes,
with sandals.
I mean, minor correction. Bella is supposed to be elven.
Yes.
But Bella also knew she was a changeling, so I'm very confused about what exactly Gray did here.
Yes.
None of this is clearing any of this up.
Nope.
Well, don't be rude. Go say hi to your parents.
Yeah, Yusef is probably like, witnessing these emotions play out on your face. Or maybe not. I don't know.
If Yusef is like, if you don't want to talk to your family right now, that's not a problem. I understand that families are complicated, and this was.
What did they say when you said that you had found Bella and were collecting them to say hi to Bella?
Well, they seemed very surprised. They hadn't seen you in years and didn't seem to know where you had been, which I'll admit was a bit unusual. But given your longer than average lifespan, I thought maybe that was just common. I wanted to make sure they were in a safe place.
Oh, he doesn't know.
There's no way that Yusuf could have known any of this shit.
Oh my god.
He's like, oh, Bella's an elf, like Bella elf parents, and like that makes sense. And like elves sometimes go away for like 50 years and come back. Okay, yeah, I get it. Like, I'm just a human. That kind of makes sense to me. Like, but yeah, in this very kind gesture has caused some weird complications that he was not even aware of. Says, but if you don't want to speak with them now, I can come up with a reason for them to go elsewhere. But just know that they are here, they are safe, and then whenever you feel that you like to speak with them, just let me know, and until then, I can have them keep their distance.
I need to process some things. So yes, I might say hi to them a little bit later.
Oh, not a problem. And he walks into the room, and you hear him say, Caro, Venna, please come with me. I wish to show you the grounds. And proceeds to just kind of like walk them out of the room. And you can see he like waves down one of the servants. Is like, hey, just take them on a tour of the area. Keep them busy for a little bit. And I'll just let you know when they're coming back. Right. Their names are Chiaro and Venna.
Venna reminds Yusuf it's kind of chilly outside. He should get a sweater.
Leave the dice alone.
I will spell those. Those are for some knowledge history, folks. Those are elven names.
Sure. One of them is sort of light in Italian. Yep.
So, but with that, Yusuf comes back after having them take a little tour of the gardens. This is a very lovely show out back. They can go watch that for a bit. It's just it says, friends, I'm so happy to have you all back in one place. And I think everyone here has been through a lot, and I would like to take some time to unpack the last week or so to make sure that we're all caught up. What do you say?
That is completely doable. It is strange to revisit all of that. It has been such a short period of time, but it feels like it's been a lifetime.
Several lifetimes.
Yeah, it's almost like a whole year.
Several competing lifetimes.
Okay. And he pours out some more tea for everyone and then says, all right, let's start from the wedding. And then we'll take a quick 10-minute break there as you all get a chance to unpack everything that's happened over the last, if I have my timeline right, it's about 9 days. Which has been
the wedding.
Yeah, it's been just sheer back-to-back madness for everybody. But let's take a quick 10 and we'll get back into it. Bella can have a wonderful reunion with her parents, or we can just,
Mr. and Mrs. Hargrave.
Yeah. It'll be good times. But don't go anywhere. We're going to leave you with some wonderful Life in the Apocalypse music, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hello.
Oh, we are back. Excellent timing.
I was going to say, I made some simple syrup and steeped a handful of masala chai tea bags in it for 24 hours. And it has made some very Christmassy drinks. I'm a fan of this. This is good stuff.
It sounds delicious.
Sounds amazing. I want that a lot. What do you have it in right now?
It's a mead old-fashioned. Rye whiskey and mead.
Yes. Yes, this.
I did it in a amaretto sour. Very, very good.
Oh, holy cow. I've got to do something. Be right back.
Okay, bye. Then I'm going to say, I think I mentioned this maybe even last time, but if you get a stout and you put like a finger or two of mead in it, you get a bee sting.
Yes.
The best.
At the Ren Fair, love bee stings.
Mm-hmm. Oh, PA or MD?
Yes.
There you go. Yeah.
I normally go to Maryland Ren Fair, but Parf is always fun. Specifically because at Parf we've gone when you can bring your dog to fair, and every dog there is just having the best day of their life. Like everybody is happy to see them. They're ecstatic. We went. There was a couple of young corgis and an old fat corgi, and they met. And this old corgi was just like, now I have 2 minions. And they were just ecstatically following him everywhere. It was great.
It's great.
There was a woman rolling a stroller that had a cat in it. And it had a sign that said, I'm paralyzed, but I'm very comfortable, and I love attention.
Aww.
That cat was having a great day.
He was dressed in lederhosen.
And he was just having a great day. He was just like, hi.
Oh, it broke my heart.
It was so heartwarming, yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to add more parents to Bella's timeline.
I had to do it in the other room. I would love to. I think the other room is just a lot of switches and levers. And then
the string board, the conspiracy string board of Bella's past,
My campaign notes are just all across my one wall in the basement, so I can actually track all this nonsense. No, I realized I poured myself a drink and then walked up without it, so that was silly.
Do you want to go back and maybe add some more parents to her timeline and bring it back with you?
Yeah. What's going to happen is...
We discussed we're going to add some husbands in there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Just some spare spouses that are just like been littered around from her past lives, you know.
Just toss in for flavor, yeah.
It's canonical. You can obey Ray, like that's your dude. Your boy.
I was like,
I'm sorry, did we give him a name just now?
I'm glad you're.
Bella's just gonna have a reverse harem by accident.
No, the bit here is going to be as we're doing this meeting, every time the camera pans over to Bella, we just double the number of family members on her side of the room until you just have a small army of people. And you're like, I don't understand. And Gray's like, I have made a lot of bad choices here.
So one servant feverishly trying to pass out cups of tea to all of them.
It's like, well, shit, if it's not the consequences of my own actions, huh?
Gray like a bad soap opera writer, just constantly being like, just add some more like lost family members for flavor. Just go.
We need to go.
Lost first love. Again.
Well, yes, the first loves are all. I'd like to think that they are in the alchemical cloning recipe book as Gray's tray of Old Bay.
Incredible. That's like the idea of like one person with a mustache being like, I'm not the mailman, I'm your husband. It's like, oh God, another one.
Ay, Dios mío.
I'm going to need you to go over into the den with the other husbands.
Well, like...
If you can provide a copy of our marriage certificate, we're still trying to figure out who is currently the actual legally binding with first oldest marriage certificate. So that would be helpful.
Can you imagine? So there's an NPC now named Eric who's like Martin's equivalent over at like registrations and is like just trying desperately to like unfuck this entire timeline of like legal paperwork. Again, completely just disheveled, like glasses on top of his head, and another set of glasses on his face. Like, just I don't understand. Like, how did you even file all of these? That never make sense.
That fishing wire that's into just a ball. Yeah.
You have so many centuries of back taxes. Oh my god! Like,
and he might have like a small team going along with him, but it's kind of like any scene where all of the lawyers are like trying to crack the case, and everybody's just sitting around this table. They're like, wait a second, I have an idea. Over a bunch of ramen noodles and like Chinese food.
Hey, what if this Bella person's like just the same person for like 1,000 years? Nah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That wouldn't make any sense. So,
yeah, they have all these insights.
We'll let him in here.
Correct, but they all dismiss them. Over Romaine.
Holy cow. We got a fun
spin-off. Not even elves live over a century. That would be crazy.
That's crazy talk right there. You ever met an elf? I don't know. So... Good times.
Good times. Good times.
So we open back up in the, kind of the lounge, if you will, in Yusuf's manor, as everyone has had a chance to kind of reunite with a lot of people who you haven't seen since the terrible incident in Neverwinter, right? Since the wedding gone wrong, if you will. Because Red Wedding's copyrighted, I assume. So... The dead wedding
so
isn't
happy to see them alive.
That's true. They walk you through their part of it, right? And it's rough. By no means is it anything compared to like the absolute nonsense I put you all through. But effectively, they escaped Neverwinter out of the underground tunnels that Yusuf was able to access because he knew where they were. Right. And once they got out of the city, they just basically had to hoof it. And the issue that they ran into was there were so many other people on the road as well, because whatever was affecting the people of Neverwinter clearly did not get everybody. Right. And so there are people who very clearly saw Neverwinter on fire, occupied by demons, and went, wait, what? And they were like, hey, man, do you see this? And they're like, I don't see anything, man. I just got to deliver the mail today. And it's like...
Doesn't look like anything at all to me.
Yeah, that's the one. And like, they left. They fled out of an insane situation. And they went north, south, what have you, right? And just the dealing with the high threat of that environment, of people just pushed out, trying to survive, fighting for resources, getting occasionally ambushed and killed on other places along the road because they were perfect targets. I mean, you're looking at people who fled with their possessions to get out of a city who weren't really prepared to travel, right? And they've got all their valuables with them because you just grab everything you can and roll. So it was a mess. And they got down here over the course of a couple days, but it was a grueling and exhausting journey that involved a lot of just like sleepless nights as people stayed up to try to provide security and tried to save as many individuals as possible, and like splitting rations down to the bare bone to make sure that everyone could be, could get some sort of sustenance and be taken care of as best as possible, until they finally got here. And then ever since have been, working tirelessly to kind of pull everyone else in that Yusuf could find.
I was going to say, we owe Yusuf so much for taking such good care of people. And then I was like, well, this is his wedding where everybody tried to get killed. He kind of owes it to them.
I do feel that I owe that to people, yes. The wedding was supposed to be a happy day, and it turned out to not be that. And I was the one that coordinated it. And like, I understand it wasn't my fault, but at the same time, but everyone came to see. It's the least I could do.
I'm glad it has turned out as well as it could.
Terrence is in the room as well. His reunion with Yusuf was a little more formal, right? Just very much the deep bow to a handshake. Apologies for missing the wedding. Yusuf reassuring him that it was okay. Not a lot of insight needed to realize that there's a bit of politicking involved in this conversation, right? Because as people who do high nobility bullshit, missing someone's wedding is a huge social mark. But missing someone's wedding due to a demon invasion is not necessarily covered under social statute. Yeah. So there's a lot of like, do I have one up on you or not? It's hard to tell in this conversation where they're both being overtly formal and polite.
Do you owe me a favor?
Could be. Which, that's a weird place to be. But
really nice waffle maker. We registered for it after all.
Waffle maker and air fryer also makes fries. It will not break. It broke.
I would argue.
Guaranteed, will not break.
But that's simply because the survivors of the wedding, despite the demon stuff happening, would probably still remember that he didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Now, Yusuf will also pour everyone out a glass of wine of their choice, and then we'll say, not to take all the time and attention, please. I do want to hear your story as well. But first, there is something I must do, and that is a toast to Odette. I would not be here if it was not for you.
Oh. I was merely doing what any number of my friends would have done. She seems put on the spot. They showed me what wherever he is, and I moved without thinking. It is like Valin said, when we were training to overcome all of the other applicants for that dive into the dungeon. You said that you just know, and you move without thinking, and that's all I did.
Nods.
You're welcome.
Applauds uproariously.
Please accept my gratitude and know that the Nasiri family is truly in your debt. And there's like a weird twinge of energy you feel when he says that. And it just quickly fades. So, please, all of you, what have you been through?
It's been a long walk.
I mean,
who wants to start?
I'm just picturing the awkward silence of this too, of like everyone like,
where
it's been a mess.
So we died. We came back. We came back as mud people. Yeah. Had to get our bodies. Made it through the town under an illusion. Stole a car. Had the car stolen from us. Saved a dance troupe. Teleported to a mystery tree. Went inside a book. Bella died. She got better.
Yeah. And then was on a mountain for a while.
Mm-hmm. Trucked through the snow, teleported to a house owned by a lion that used to be her parents, we think. And now we're here.
Yeah.
It's very succinct. This is all true.
Okay.
She like whispers to Bella. She's like, "I thought it was going to take much longer." I'm still relieved.
That's honestly a solid recap. Everyone just kind of like doesn't say anything for about a good 30 seconds after this whole recap, as they're just like, as you're adding more to this insane inferno of of experiences, right? And Yusef goes, that is an incredible amount to deal with. Please take this time, relax, recover. I've been speaking with Father Stone and members of the Council of Waterdeep. We will have to save Neverwinter. We have to go get back Suri. It's my fault this whole thing happened to her in the first place. I have no illusions that would be a monumental task to get into the city.
We talked, as I recall, we talked about this with Sunshine and what's his name?
Dusty.
Yeah. About the chances of saving her, of her coming out of this alive.
Mm-hmm.
He did bring. I thought I remembered us specifically like saying that likely or not, we're going to have to try.
They did say it was definitely possible, but would make your lives a lot harder.
Welcome to the job.
Yep. So it just says, now, of course, in the next few days, I would like to introduce you to some of the council members so you can talk about your experiences, and they will probably want to know your insight and input into this whole situation. You, of course, know best. You've been experiencing most of it firsthand. But something of this large scale cannot simply be done in a day. And I understand that patience is going to be our best ally here for the time being. So when I say please take time to rest and recover, I mean that. There are things in work that will help us, but not today.
I mean, we also have to go to... We also have to go to Calimport, probably.
Why Kellenport?
Because it's a good way to go to the desolation of Shar.
It's like a collective gasp from the room. It's like, why would you go there? It's a terrible place.
The only way to stop Zengi is to build up enough power that we are a force to be reckoned with. And we have been given several instructions, and this is one of them.
When Itzel came and approached all of us, she did not do it simply because she wanted to make friends. She was informed by a prophecy. And this prophecy turns out to be very, very true. There are otherworldly entities that... We have been doing this battle for a long time, and we did not know that. There are this is the third bout, if you will, and we lost last time. I think it's because we did not find each other. I'm so glad you're here, Itzel. But in the first time we won, but we have to actually win this time, and
to ensure that it is the last. And as necessary as rebuilding Neverwinter and building the forces here, we won't be anything if we aren't ready for the battle.
A lot hinges on us, yes, but it also hinges on. We must speak to. I'm going to forget his name. Lovely turtle man.
Mortimer.
Mortimer. We need to. He should be able to provide us some kind of protection as we go into past Calimport into the desolation. But that is where it basically all started. This is an echo of what happened before.
Okay. I will, of course, request Mortimer's presence. I know he is very busy with the festival right now. So perhaps tomorrow. It is the biggest night of the year.
No, people should celebrate while they can. I was about to say that it certainly doesn't take precedence over saving the world, but maybe it is better that people celebrate before the upcoming conflict.
Metzley like kind of elbows you in the ribs and it's like, I actually volunteered to help do a lot of the decorating and kind of get some of the
Okay.
The city seemed sad and it needed some life and some color, you know? So I was thinking like there's still like a little bit left to do and then we could go out and enjoy the festival, you know? It could be fun. I can show you around town. It's a nice place. I mean, look, the ribbons, people like them.
It's important for people to have their moments to celebrate what we are fighting for.
I see that.
And this is in honor of the glory of what was the god?
Lyra.
Lyra.
Lyra. Yes. She is the goddess of peace, I believe, and will peaceful places and dance and joy.
Nice. And this is her holiday. This is to celebrate her glory. This is important.
I'm gonna grab like another yellow flower and like petulantly chew on it while looking right at Metzley and be like, fine, but I'm gonna be yellow.
Hey, if you eat enough of those flowers, you might get her blessing.
Oh, is that how it works?
No, don't eat that many flowers, please.
I suppose it would be good to celebrate.
I said it would. I just kind of on a mission to save the world, Noel.
No, I agree with Itzel in this. I would give my everything simply to be here and to be still for once. But we have found that Yosef, it was not your fault. You do not need to apologize for the wedding to Sari or anyone. You were being manipulated by Guy from the very beginning. That damnable bat.
What have we learned about trusting magic bats?
No,
no. Don't do it. Okay. But we have also learned that this evil does not sleep. And not like elves do or other special people who shall remain unnamed, but he is a force that keeps on moving. So I'm not sure how much time we can spend here.
Well, I can call in. I can call in as many people as possible, but unfortunately, the council will want to keep up appearances. They, of course, have roles in the festival, and they need to make their public spotlight time. They have to preserve their image. Mortimer, of course, is tied up in festival security. You know, even if he could stop what he was doing right now, any type of serious crime or consequence could very much impact the festival, and that's what he is working on right now. Now, as it stands, the Arcane Towers agreed to help us once he's done working with them, which is a plus. Same thing for the Council of Waterdeep. They've agreed to help us as much as possible. Of course, once their council work is finished. And Father Stone stands up and looks at Val and says, we've got a whole platoon. Like I said, 25 clerics, knights, paladins, you name it, they're ready to go. But if we're going to send people into battle, well, not one to break from tradition. Sounds like reason for a celebration first.
Yeah, the people need to know what they're fighting for. Now, you realize that everyone that you're raising, this is very important, but do not go until we tell you, until we are ready to assault. And also, along those same lines, we've got a friend in the underworld who also has an army who's supposed to be providing backup.
I'm sorry, what?
Is Terry here?
Terrence?
Is Terrence with us?
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking, like, I was going through the list of, like, what crazy underworld promise did I make you that I am not recalling right now?
It wasn't a promise, it was a business deal.
Yes.
That's right. It was an agreement.
No, Terrence does nod at that and is like, I can, of course, provide some support.
Terry's there. I immediately turn the spotlight on him. Terry, here! Say what you said to everybody.
Yes, it was in our verbal contract.
It is in everyone's best interest to keep the world functioning and alive.
Everybody has to know.
I feel like that's, yes, like, politics and celebration aside, like, I mean,
of course, it will take a few
reminder
days.
of what we're fighting for is the ability to draw breath. I feel like that's, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
I like breathing.
Wonderful point.
I like breathing.
If people aren't living, they can't buy trade goods, and that, of course,
it affects your
it's a
bottom
problem
line,
for me.
Terrence. Yes.
No, I'll reach out to a few contacts who owe me some favors, and
think of the impulse purchasing when people realize that they've been saved from oblivion.
Yes, and what better mark for a successful business venture than to do it with someone who's literally had a hand in saving the world?
Has your best interests in mind.
These are all very good points. I'll reach out to my contacts and see what I can put together on short notice.
Bureaucratic tape or
Sit still.
Good. One of my contacts has arrived.
Devoid.
Odette does kind of turn just kind of watch this inhuman creature as best she can to see if she sees the gear is moving, and is it more like who can I contact? Is it more like yes, Glory would be good. Like she's doing her best to read perhaps unreadable creature that she hasn't encountered before.
Roll insight.
Yes. Let's see. Now, that would be a 21.
Yay.
Again, Terrence
How insightful.
Terrence is nothing if Terrence is reliably straightforward on a lot of things, right? Even if he will vague up his language a bit, his intentions are usually pretty obvious, right? He seems very much to care that if people can't spend money, that will impact him. And he cares that if he does contribute in helping you all save the Neverwinter, then that's probably valuable. Doesn't seem to be like you've seen young actors in their lust for glory and the spotlight. Doesn't read the same. This is somebody who is very practical in their yes, I will get paid for this. I will get what I want out of this. I don't need recognition. I can't pay my bills as recognition. Right.
He's pulling a Han Solo.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
But wheels are turning. Seems intrigued. And again, is pretty true to his word. About how he acts. So if he says he's going to reach out to people and find who he can, he probably will.
Got it.
Okay. Cole looks at you, Odette, and says, I've actually haven't gone out to the festival at all. was kind of hoping to experience it with you. Didn't want to go out and kind of ruin the novelty. So it sounds like we have some time. Do you want to go dancing?
I thought you might never ask.
Yeah, kind of missed that on the wedding, huh?
I did. It's strange. I've been doing quite a bit of it lately, but my partners have been lacking.
Oh.
Well, hopefully I'm up to the challenge.
Are you going to tell him about the doppelganger that you fought? That you knew it because it wasn't him? That it wasn't him because it couldn't dance?
Bing, 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 bing.
Okay, I thought she was,
Oh no! It wasn't. It wasn't
Like,
a.
dang.
Dig at us? No.
It wasn't all these friends are. These friends are great dancers. All the other friends have either fled the mortal plane or are currently doing housework. So
Yay.
I'll say this. As the meeting kind of wraps up, right? At best, you're kind of stuck where you are until tomorrow, right? Unless you wanted to just run off and try and start doing stuff, but which is totally an option. But if you want resources or knowledge or any type of support from key people, they are all engaged until tomorrow, unfortunately. So, question to the party is, as this kind of recap and sharing of experiences and probably laughter and tears and a few other things as people finally de-stress from a very terrible week. What do you all do? Yusuf tells you you've got rooms here. You're welcome to stay. Come and go as you please. Just take. He hands you like a small bracelet with an Asiri crest on it. There's like a little bit of tingle as you touch it. It says, makes it very easy to get in and off the grounds without any problems. Show that to any of the guards. I'll let you in immediately. You see that like Cole's wearing one and Father Stone's wearing one, right? Anyone who's like here or lives here or is frequently here has been given one. But I myself, I would like to spend an actual smiles. We could accelerate work a little bit. There's a gala that Ladriel Silverhand is hosting. Anyone who wants to roll knowledge history is welcome to.
Oh, I got a 15. Hey. Valid did a knowledge roll.
Yay! 21.
Okay. Bella just coming in with a dunk.
10.
Also 21.
Okay.
Team Nerd! Yeah!
Sorry. Lariel Silverhand is the basically second in command of the Council of Waterdeep. She's basically the successor of Dagult November, who is the actual who's the actual like Lord of Waterdeep. He doesn't go to as many social things. He's a little older. He makes appearances from time to time, but Lariel Silverhand is basically his open successor at this point. So she's doing the PR work. And Lariel. Laeral. Lariel.
Lariel. Like the shampoo.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say the.
Okay. Now you messed me up. God damn it. Okay.
Both faction names picking up L'Oreal or Larry. All.
Yeah. Yusef kind of just like goatee stroke. It's just like now she's hosting a ball this evening.
Oh.
Now it's the ball to celebrate the end of the festival, so it's rather late. You can still have most of your evening for whatever activities you'd prefer. The ball starts when the clock chimes midnight. Now,
That's a late ball.
Oh.
but very dramatic.
She has a thing for flair.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I could likely get you all into it. If you wanted to speak with her before tomorrow. I don't know how receptive she'll be to business talk at a social event, but at the very least, the drinks will be nice.
It is worth a shot.
What time is it at this point?
It's like
It's
11
still
a.m.
morning?
Yeah, it's
I
11
was
a.m.
going to say, we came here from breakfast.
Yeah,
So
you've got a whole day ahead of you that you can do with what you will until this, midnight lords and ladies gala that's going to occur.
Well, when it first becomes dark, I would like to consult the stars, but and she's gonna like look at Metzley, who is probably like absolutely bouncing at the prospect of going. We haven't been dancing since the night before your wedding.
We could go dancing.
Oh, that Zero G Club, that was fun.
That was a lot of fun. Yes, I remember it well. It only happened 8 days ago.
A week ago.
Wolf. Yeah,
All
we
right,
could go
we're gonna have
dancing.
a-
It'd be amazing.
And if we're going to have to politic, it's not the worst way to have to take your medicine.
All right, what are people doing for clothes? Are we having a shopping montage?
Oh, I have ideas for this. So.
Yes, we could definitely do a shopping montage, as long as Odette says she's like the tailor that you had make for us, and she's wearing the dress that she wore to the wedding because she's like just
True.
doesn't have much else, and she's like, it's been holding up very, very well. I was in the belly of some kind of acid plant creature, and it's
What?
I forgot about
didn't
that.
cry.
Wait, were we still mud creatures at that point, or we had gotten our bodies back?
No, we had just
I
gotten
got mine.
That's right.
And immediately gotten eaten. So, so she's like,
Got it and immediately put it to the test, you know?
Yeah, so she's just like, it doesn't seem to get dirt on it. Or blood, for that matter.
That doesn't show.
Do you have one of those here?
I could.
Metzley's gonna like prestidigitation you just a second.
I could ask around. Give me a few moments, and he like walks off and talks to one of the servants and just kind of asks a question. The servant kind of runs off, and then comes back about 5 minutes later with like a little slip of paper written down. And he just says, "There's a place close to the center of town."
All right. She takes like the address. Do I know where it is?
So Waterdeep is massive, but it's laid out pretty in a pretty organized fashion, right? So intuitively, you wouldn't know how to find it, but if you got solid directions, like they will take you there. There's not a lot of confusing places that you can get roped into, right?
We could always hire another carriage.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of turn this over to you and ask the group. You have this downtime. You want to go clothes shopping and then think about what you want to do while you actually have a moment to really take a break and relax. Like even relaxing in the meadow in the Undying Realms wasn't really relaxing. There was a lot of other crazy shit happening. Like this is truly like
preparation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say this is actually something I was going to bring up before because I was going to go out drinking, and I still am.
Oh, bro, we're going to drink so hard.
Oh yeah. Valen's armor is not shiny. Valen does not wear chrome. It is white paint with red trim on hard iron armor. But the paint is not fancy, and it absolutely shows wear. He has been through some shit, and it is scraped and cracked all over the place. Valen would be dropping by the Temple of Tempest, so that he could pray and throw on another coat of cheap paint onto his armor, so that it will be dry in time to head out to the bars. About 5 o'clock, he is going to paint this goddamn town, so that he can roll in at 11:45 to this ball.
Pre-game the fancy ball.
Yes.
Incredible.
How many of my friends can I bring in? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. You get to the temple. The first thing you notice when you go in, like it's a beautiful temple, right? It almost matches the size and like the size and elegance of the one that is in Neverwinter, right? Large Corinthian columns, like lots of space for effectively people to come in, to pray, to actually be on their feet and move around. There's an attached barracks, as you know, because there's always a garrison attached to one of these temples. A lot of stuff in here. If you like take a look around, like you can see there's like backpacks, effectively like rucksacks, any type of like suitcases, whatever people could have picked up and grabbed. You recognize like one half of the room is filled with military looking gear and equipment that has clearly been dropped off by different clerics or different knights or whomever just to be held, right? The other half of the room just seems to be a grab bag of stuff.
Like people have dropped off their stuff while they go shopping, or like this is open to the public, or like what are we talking here?
It looks like there are like bedrolls here or like pillows and stuff like that that people have been like using to stay here temporarily.
Okay.
So as you go into the church, what do you do?
I'm gonna.
Oh no!
Oh no, is he frozen?
He did. He gone.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was like, that's either some really intense focus right there, or
Sorry.
okay.
Your ninja immediately crashes. That's awesome.
Welcome back.
Thank you. So I'm going to look for whoever the head priest is, so I can pay my respects. While I know that I'm a stranger in his home, so I'm going to say hi, introduce myself as a paladin of Tempest, ask for see if I can get a cubby to myself.
Okay. Yeah, you go in, ask around very quickly. You are greeted with another paladin about Itzel's height. Huge set of full plate armor, no helm. She comes clanking up. Shaved head. Very like just thick, muscular features. They say, well, another paladin of Tempest. He kind of looks at you again and goes, "You're Valen."
Yes.
Father Stone came by and told us you were going to arrive soon.
Yes, I was going to bring up that Father Stone was a friend of mine.
He said that. He said a lot of wonderful things. Please come in. I'm Ash.
Greetings.
So
give him a slap on the shoulder.
So you can see there's
as high as I could reach.
Kind of like gives you a little respectful nod, like fist bumps your back. It's like, as you can see, we've opened up the church as much as possible to anyone who is dealing with the events of what happened in Neverwinter, to give temporary shelter. The church has more permanent housing. It's just a matter of getting people into it as quickly as possible and expanding what we already have. We weren't prepared for something as large as the exodus that occurred, but people are safe. They have a place to stay, and they have, they'll be taken care of.
Nice.
What can I do for you?
I was just looking for see if I could get a cell to myself so that I could pray and take care of my armor.
Of course, there's always room in the barracks.
It's been a rough week.
Sure we can. We have an open captain's quarters if you'd like to take that.
I think that should be fine. Yeah.
I'll show you. It kind of walks you into a, lavishly spacious barracks room.
Okay.
It's twice the size of a normal barracks room.
Whoa!
Right. But effectively, it has all the same stuff. It has got a couple other nice features, like a built-in bookshelf and like a few other pieces. You have your own shower and bathroom and all that other stuff in there, as well as just like a slightly more comfortable cot.
There's a hot plate and a microwave.
There's a hot plate. Yeah. 2 candles.
What?
So this, please take this as long as you like. Just when you no longer need it, let me know so we can, of course, reassign it as needed.
Perfect. Thank you.
Is it,
and yeah, Valen's going to take a minute to slap another coat of paint on his armor, and then he's going to kneel in prayer for a little while.
As you're getting settled, Ash is kind of just lingering. He says, I'm sorry, I have to ask, is it true? Do you have the sword?
Oh, yes. Immediately just whip it out. Bam!
By the power of Grayskull! It just lights up the whole room in the temple.
He pulls the sword out. It's not lit. He holds it up. It's just lit for a second and then turns it off again.
Okay. It's Ash's eyes go wide. He's like, wow. Okay.
The power of Tempest is amazing.
Incredible. I believed everything the Father Stone said, but it's not often that you see an actual relic just in the hands of somebody. So I had to ask.
Absolutely not.
I feel better that you're here.
That's nice to hear.
A lot of other people may not say it, but they seemed very hopeful about your arrival. So just know that the troops are watching.
That's good. You all are doing good work here. This town is not. Tempest is not their god. This is a town of Lyra, but Tempest is a big enough church that he would have a presence here, and you all are doing very good work for a town that isn't yours. So,
Ash kind of nods at that. It's I mean, at the end of the day, it's all for the right cause, right?
That's right.
All right. I'll leave you to it. Let me know if you need any more paint.
Thank you, sir.
And gives you a space. Very cool. All right. As Valen is painting his armor, where's everybody else break off to kind of spend the afternoon?
Bella is going to go somewhere to talk to Gray and demand an accounting of every single one of the lifetimes that he has arranged for her. So that
did Bella talk to her parents?
Surprises. No.
did I miss that conversation? I was waiting for that.
Nope.
No, that conversation's going to be great if it happens. So it'll happen.
She can't avoid them forever, or can she?
I mean, you've been avoiding for 1,000 years.
You're just describing parents, yeah.
Yeah. Where do you go? You get back to your room. You can go back out to the city. You can go to the front of the estate. They went out back. You can. A lot of options, but where do you go for this?
I think the room. I think she wants to make sure because they don't get interrupted or have to like deal with people trying to talk to her.
Okay. Yeah, you go up to the room. It's a very nice, very clean guest room, right? It's got a couple like stock photos up or stock portraits up that look nice. It's just comfortable, nothing too special about it, right? As you get kind of cozy. I need you to do me a favor and make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, goody.
This is a DC 20 wisdom saving throw.
That will not cut it.
Okay.
That's going to be a 9.
Cool. Anyway, so Grace says...
Yeah, don't even worry about it. It's fine.
Grace says, I am actually incredibly sorry about that. That was not something I didn't. That was supposed to happen.
Yes, well, when you leave spare parents lying around, I guess sometimes you find them again.
Look, they really do. It's going to sound worse when I say it. They really do love you.
That's not the issue here.
I know. I'm just trying to be reassuring in some way. All right, what do you want to do about it? Like they're honest to God good people who are just living their lives, and you just happen to be inserted into them. Okay.
So now what? Do I maintain a fake relationship with my fake parents until one or both of us pass away?
I mean, that's an option.
Is there anyone else still alive floating around I should know about? I don't like the amount of time it's taking you to answer, Gray.
That's a very long time that you were doing lifetime jumps. I'm just trying to make sure I'm really thinking about it before I answer. I don't think so.
Not very reassuring.
Yeah, there might be one out there.
One what?
Hold on.
Please don't say child. Please don't say child.
Oh, no.
There might be two out there. Pure DM fuel. You're a hus child. Yeah, that's the one. No. Yeah, I lost track of what happened with the guy you went traveling with. Ronald.
There was a guy I went traveling with?
The one that died in her arms? That one?
Oh,
I think that was Gray.
That was Gray.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Right. Yeah.
Like right after Zingy attacked.
There was a... I don't know. He had a relation with a guy named Ronald. He called himself Ray. Like he seemed like a nice guy. I got the impression he wasn't entirely human, but like that's okay. But I don't know if that means he's still alive or not. This was like easily 100 years ago. I think the problem just kind of resolved itself. Look, again, I'll admit, not my best move. I am sorry about this. I really am. I can go the Kiro and Venna. I can just modify their memories. They can forget you were here, and they can just go live their lives back to normal. and just go about their business. That's something we can absolutely do. That's up to you.
I'll think about it. Seems strange to...
Reynald. You thought I was joking when I said obey Ray.
I know better than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you let me know what you want to do. Until then, just...
I think right now what I want to do is hide in my room.
I mean, that's...
I don't have to go pretend that I know who these people are.
I mean, you got memories in there. I can help bring them to the forefront.
I guess
if that's going to make it more confusing, I can let it be. Like,
be less awkward in case I do run into them, and they think I'm their like daughter, and I think they're complete strangers. Other than like a vague idea they're parents.
Okay, yeah, I can bring those memories forward if. Best way to do that, just take like a nap for an hour.
Sure, why not? Who wouldn't want to sleep under these conditions?
Bon pops up. Oh, you sleeping and having issues? I can help you with that.
I kind of want to keep all my memories for the moment, Bon, but thank you.
Okay. It's like proceeds to crawl into like a shoe basket and just like starts snoozing.
Oh, so cute.
So terrifying, so adorable.
Bon is the kind of NPC I picture being like, I haven't seen you forever. I'm so happy you're doing well. Like, and embracing you. And as they're embracing you, using the momentum, just throw a Molotov into something. And it's just like, look, we're hugging and it's warm out. That's great. Like, just.
So nice to see you. I'm hungry for your dreams.
With your permission.
But ravenous.
Ravenous for memories and dreams. So. But yeah, you sleep for about an hour, and these memories of your parents and this one lifetime you lived start coming back, and you have those like kitchen table memories and have those like conversations with your parents. You remember that your dad was an avid cyclist and actually liked to play the cello. You remember that your mom was an amazing cook and just tried very, very hard to be good at writing, but didn't quite get it off the ground, right? But both were very supportive and nice to you. Of course, there was the occasional, young kid to adult fight that occurred, but as you're watching the kind of the montage, it all seemed to be coming from a place of just love, trying to keep you safe. Trying to make sure you weren't making bad decisions. Like, I'm 14, I can marry this prince. It's like, no, you can't. Like, not that elaborate, but you get the idea.
You cut your hair off right now, young lady. Like, we put you in this tower for a reason.
So, but, they seem like just nice people, right? As you wake up, you have like a very warm kind of feeling from this dream. I'll check something real quick. There it is. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Grace says, so that help? Like, give you a little more context?
Yeah, it's good as I guess I'm gonna get with all that jumble in there now.
I'll be honest, I didn't think anybody'd be able to find them. They're just supposed to be living their lives in water deep. Credit to Yusuf, honestly.
Yeah, which is why we shouldn't put it past him in case there's anyone else alive.
He is tenacious. Yeah. All right.
Swear to God, if he manages to scrounge up some other person I'm supposed to know.
I mean, on the other hand, it's nice to have family around, right? You know, got the old house, kind of got the old family together. It's not.
Yeah, and what happens when they realize that their daughter's not actually an elf?
I mean, my friend's answer is that we just modify the memory, but I don't think that's the right one. So maybe we just have a hard conversation at that point.
Hey, you don't actually, I'm not actually your daughter. I'm just a random clone of a changeling from older than you that you were supposed to think was your daughter, so you'd raise it.
Look, you would think that spending all this time doing all this magical resource to change the world around you, that life would be less complicated, right? But no, that's never the case. Look, let's put a pin in that. In about 50 years or so, we can have that conversation.
Some future Bella can have that conversation. This Bella's probably going to be long dead by 50 years.
Do you want to go check out the festival? It sounds like a lively time out there.
Let's do it. Let's go get crunk.
Yeah.
Maybe Valen's out getting drunk. Let's go find Valen.
I think you said something about going to the temple. We could probably find that. I mean,
cool. Happy hour at Tempest Temple. Cool.
I believe that's a thing.
Every hour is happy hour.
There it is. Cool. So Belia, you take a little nap. You go to head out, right? The way I'm going to do this for all of your tracking is that there are so many NPCs gathered at the Nasiri estate, right? That effectively they are just doing their own thing until you go, hey, I want to talk to X, right? Like somebody may cross paths with them, but it's just like, hey, where can I find the person? I'm like, yeah, if you go back to the manor or if you go to X place, they'll be there, right? Unless they're specifically tagging along with you somewhere.
They're doing NPC things, yeah.
Yeah, like they are going out to the festival. They're all doing stuff. They're rehearsing. They're busy, but they are available if you go looking for them. Because there's I have a list. It's like 16, 17 NPCs that are jammed in this house right now, plus more in the town. So Itzel, Metzley goes, okay, so first we can go shopping, right? And then we can do a little bit of augmentation on the outfits because I think that would be really cool. Match the colors, match the actual floral vibe. And then we can go dancing. And then look at that. You're kind of walking through the town right now on your way just into the festivities. And there's street vendors and markets, and there's little there's areas where there are plays happening. There's areas where there's dancing happening. There are areas where clearly a party indoors has just spilled out into the streets. And it's all very fun. Everyone's very happy and festive. And let's say at one point, pulls a flyer off of a wall and goes, look, there's a parade later. We can make a parade float.
Just the two of us? We could make a parade float.
Yeah, with magic. It's not...
In a couple hours, yeah.
Yeah, imagine it. We're covered in flowers, just going down the street. People would love it.
You show off. She's gonna let Metzley do the energy moving, and be wanting to be out among common people living, life with their random celebration energy, like all the stuff that's going on in this. So like as they're like, heading through market and crowded streets and past businesses, with that like, only half focused look, because the other part of this is it's like all of this is wasting time that might save some of these people. So like yes, the celebration of life is important, but also like the conflicting part of this that can't go away is like, I've been living with this prophecy in my head of how this all might end if we don't fulfill what we need to. So are we wasting time in the process? So like, if Metzley wants to do like yes, let's go like build flowers, etc. It's like, yes, that is a thing that will bring people like temporary joy. Great. Like, it will be fun, I guess, to go look at sparkly things. Yes, actually, yes, it'll be fun to look at sparkly things because it's like sparkly things. But she's gonna kind of insist on the like, before we go to the party, I need like an hour. I don't know how expansive the grounds are at the Nasiri Manor, but I think we need to take a minute and check back in with what the signs are telling us as to how fast we need to move on all of this.
Okay.
And
the Nasiri Manor has a decent 5 acres in the back, right? It's got some space, especially in the middle of a city. It's pretty impressive. Now, that is not just simply space. It is also like, it's basically partially a park.
Yeah.
That people can go through as well.
So yes, that's a requirement.
Okay.
Like, I can put it to the side for a little bit.
No, that's really important. I hear you there. Itzel, listen. She like grabs 2 drinks from a vendor and like tosses a couple coins on the table, just hands you one, and says, "Listen." I'm scared too, okay? I mean, you're not alone in this. I know there's a lot of bad stuff coming our way. All right. But everyone here, if you really take a good look around, they know something's wrong. They're all scared too, and they're just trying to find a way to deal with it. Now, I'm not saying don't be you, because I do love you, and I mean that. But just
like crumple her hair, like pour a little bit of my drink down like the back of her neck.
Just remember that people know who we are, and they're looking up to us, and that can make a difference. Not everybody, I get it, but like, we spend our time with the Nasiris. We're going to meet with the Council of Waterdeep tomorrow. Your friend Valen is the chosen one of the Temple of Tempest. I mean, the amount of influence and power that everyone in this group has is astounding, and it's gaining recognition. And when people are scared in uncertain times, they're going to look to the people that they know are actually fighting for the good cause. Like, so just keep that in mind. If you're worried or scared, imagine how people in less fortunate situations are going to feel when they're looking at heroes that are, nervous.
I can put on a brave face. Then the world-ending vision that's been bouncing around in my head hasn't gone away during any of this time, but it also hasn't been. That's not any different than it was yesterday. And might be nice to have some sparkly stuff if we get to celebrate when all of this is over. And she's gonna like grab her like around like the shoulder, but God, like talking about the status of the Nasiri family and how Valen is the chosen one. I didn't know you wanted to be a popular kid so much. That's like Jesus. And then
I can't help it. It just happens to me. Okay.
All right. Well, if you want to make a parade float, make a parade float. I can do the vines, but I guess you're in charge of the flowers, because I'm apparently just going to eat all of them and turn yellow.
Oh, we're gonna make a parade float. Yes. Cheers. And she clanks her
out of the yellow flowers.
Yes. clanks her drink with yours and just downs it. I need Itzel to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
That's always a good sign.
DC 20.
I hope you do better than I did.
Your friend is poisoning you.
That's a 27.
27? Nice. 27?
I rolled a 19. So...
That's not 20.
No, it's not.
God, all right.
Your friend is roofying you.
Cool. Yeah. You drink your drinks, you have a great time, right? And you start to mingle back into the crowd. It is something you're aware of now, though, since Metzley has pointed out that like people do pay attention to you as you're walking through the streets. Like not everyone, but there's the occasional moment where someone like looks at you, does a double take, or someone like stops and like says something to a friend and like just like, hey, be chill. And they're trying to point and the one friend's like, totally not being chill. So there's some truth to what she said, right? But it doesn't disrupt your festivities.
Like having, a little kid at the state fair or whatever, like Metzley's gonna do the oh, we could do this, and it's like, I guess we're doing that. Onward. Yeah. Great. And a lollipop? Okay.
Churro, lollipop, funnel cake.
Don't act like you're not happy to see her doing it.
Cool. Okay, you're starting to head into the late afternoon. Odette, what are you doing? Cole's like, hey, let's go dancing.
Yes. Odette, I think, does take Cole upstairs to their room and hang out a bit. And she gives him kisses. But
sweet little kisses.
Yes.
Very chaste.
I'm playing
he is very chaste. You are chasing him around the room, yes.
I'm gonna get you.
We're all adults here.
Facing a shifter werewolf, a shifter werewolf.
Woo, let's go to the highlight reel.
Oh God! I think at one moment, she calls down. She asks for some sandwiches and water and some wine be brought up, and she brings it over to the bed and she
gotta prep for round 2.
Yeah, round 2. All right, it's sandwiches.
Round 2 of kisses.
And she's like, it's good, and she hands him a glass of wine. She pours herself one, and she's like, it's so good to be back with you. I have not felt like I was myself, I think, before I met you, but also before I met all of my friends. I think this is what I was meant to be. I know that telling you about the mantle of the muse, it's still terrifying. And I feel like I feel like I'm a child again, trying to live up to the expectations of my father and my mother and like Auntie Alora. But it feels right. It does feel right. What I'm struggling with right now is whether or not to ask you to come with me as we go on this grand journey, or
Say the
like
word, I'll
maybe,
go anywhere with you.
I know. And she like, grabs his hands and she's like, I know. And I know you can handle yourself. And I know, like, I've taught you, I can teach you so much more about the shadow dancing now that I have a better hold of it. But if something happened to you, I don't think I could finish this.
Okay. No, I hear you. I do. I will help however I can, whether that's going with you or staying out of the way. Okay?
Yes.
Just when you make your decision, whatever it is, just be honest with me about what you need.
Honest with you about about whether or not I take you with me, or no, I will always be honest with you. I know you're strong, but it's horrific out there. I know you've spoken to the dancers and you know what they went through. It's like the wedding every single night in my head.
Look, I'm probably one of the strongest guys in the company, but like based on your description of everything, that doesn't mean anything out there. Like, I understand. I realize it doesn't translate. Okay, so that's why if you want me to stay back, I will stay back. If you want me to be there, I'll be there. Just got more experience here than I do on this one.
I may. We will put that out of our heads for the moment, but I will let you know. I am just indecisive right now that I actually have a chance to think. It's strange. This feels unreal. It feels like a set, to be honest. If I look outside, I see everybody and their beautiful gowns and wreaths of vines and flowers, and it, just as the wedding felt unreal, this feels doubly unreal. It's too safe. There's no blood. I worry I am becoming jaded.
See, Cole looks real concerned about that. It just kind of like takes your hand and says, "Look, I realize you've been through a lot, and there's a lot to adjust to, and it's worse probably knowing that it's not over. This is just kind of a pause, right? But let's take this one step at a time."
Yes, I think that is very good advice, my lover. So
I need a new vest.
I was just going to say, as good as the last one was, unless you still have it, I don't know if it was ruined by. We won't bring up that night. We'll focus on tonight, but we should get you a new vest.
It was a nice vest.
It was.
we can. It can be you and I. We can grab anybody else that we can. And there was a guard. I'm pretty sure he was hitting on Valen earlier, so I'm not sure if he's with him now, but we'll see what happens. And I think they're just drinking buddies. But we can see if we can gather up as many people as we can and get a very nice outfit for tonight and the gala. There will be politicking. The end of the world can wait.
When you say it like that, that actually, yes, let's go. What's the name of that place that we're gonna go to?
And she like grabs the piece of paper that she wrote everything down on, and she reads it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
As it's well, you're going to enjoy this one. You like puns, so and she says, so crafty.
Delightful.
Mm.
Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor, make a DC 20 wisdom saving throw for me, please.
That's a.
It's not the stupid flowers and the alcohol. God damn it.
It might be the wine. That's a 4.
All right. Cool.
I mean, I don't recall stating that Bella ate or drank anything.
Itzel didn't actually drink the drink. Or at least I didn't.
So, who knows what this is about? I don't like it.
The flowers. That's yes.
No immediate effect.
Yes, in fact,
it's weird that Valen didn't have to make one. Anyway.
It's a girls only club. Anyway, so
yeah. Valen, you suck. Girls' night.
Wisdom saving throw against our periods all are syncing up.
I love it. Like it's a middle school dance. Like, all right, all of you girls, make saving throws, guys. Yay!
Hey! Leave at least 6 inches for Lyra.
Yes. I don't know if I want to burn any of the advantage that we have, but if it is a sleep effect, doesn't take effect.
It's a wisdom saving throw. Use a piece of advantage. Come on.
All right, I'm going to do it.
You didn't bump up the counter to 12 for my $10 donation earlier.
How could that possibly?
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry you don't get the bonus. I've already left.
All right.
You bumped it down. How did it go from 11 to 10? I donated money.
Soft cap is 10.
Soft cap. Oh my god. All right. So this is.
Oh, you're right. It bounces out.
Okay.
Probably not that much better, to be honest.
If I was there, I'd give you a bonus, but I already left.
Sorry.
What was the total?
15.
Okay.
Total.
Nope. Cool.
But if it's a fear effect or a charm effect, and I know it, I can get rid of it.
It is not.
Okay, no problem. Figured I would clarify.
So he's saying it's an effect.
Mm-hmm. It does have an effect on the plot, no less.
Plot effect.
What?
Well, then you should make the plot roll a saving.
Got it.
I'm going to take it.
Nat 20. That's a lie. I rolled an 11.
But God damn it, no
all right, Odette, pours herself like a little tiny like nip of wine, and him a nip of wine as well, and says cheers. And
cheers.
Clinking of the crystal.
Scene wipe.
Oh! Did anything happen, or did I feel?
Nope.
No. Okay, great.
No effect.
No immediate effect. The DM's favorite words to make people paranoid.
That and a clatter of 1,000 dice.
Cool. Okay.
Followed with just okay. And then no commentary on what those dice meant. Yeah.
Go on.
A list of who passed and who failed.
That is a white
fun.
piece of paper with scribbles on it.
Yeah.
Yes, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. So someone's tracking it. It's probably not me.
Is it Daisy, your scribe?
No, Daisy's abandoned me. She's downstairs on the she's on the couch begging for food probably.
She failed the wisdom saving throw.
But okay, cool. Who's gonna go get new clothes? I see 2 hands. Valen's happy in his painted armor, so that's a fresh new drip, if you will. Is that the new phrase? I don't know.
I probably would have asked the church for a new robe. I have the little like shawl robe I throw over the armor for special events like the wedding.
Nah, Ash is happy to get you one. So okay, Bella, what do you close?
Bella had to be strong-armed into getting new clothes for the wedding. So unless Itzel or Odette finds her and forces her to go shopping, I think she's just going to show up in the clothes she already has.
Okay. That's a bold assumption.
When we see you out, Metzley will absolutely be like, "It's Bella!" And then
I mean, Bella left the estate to go looking for Valen because Bella decided she wanted to drink alcohol about that shit, about dealing with her parents that are sort of her parents, but then also sort of not her parents. And also there may be other people that she's going to get to have the same experience with out there in the world that now she has to know about. And it's like she has all these conflicting timelines and lives and all of this deception from this person who's been the number one person in her head all this time. And she's got a lot. It's been some 9 days. It's been a lot.
Hey,
look,
isn't it?
Also, she regularly is dying, but then also not dying because she still has all the same memories. So, is she dying? If your memories continue, does that count as death or not? And that's the only memories she's struggling with right now.
All I heard was, "I want to play a warlock. Fuck me up, fam." And I feel like I've accomplished that.
What I heard is...
I'm going to go with, you will start wandering the streets. Itzel has made, the frame for this parade float that they have constructed out of, an abandoned donated wagon from somebody. And Metzley is in the process of, making it grow flowers and things. And when we find Bella, it's I'm like, "Oh, thank God." And Metzley's like, "It's Bella." And I'm like, "Yes, no, she has to be a part of this too now. Yes."
Hi.
I'm perfectly happy to Deus Ex this. You go walking by and get vine whipped in, and just Metzley pulls you up on the float, "We're making a float!"
It's in the shape of Gruff. We put together a an homage to our celestial goat pal. So Metzley has put red flowers and white flowers to tone the fur, and there's stuff that's particularly puffy around to give him the fake beard of dripping down, and it's just streaming with ribbons that came from somewhere we don't know.
Metzley's
just have them in a pocket. Yeah.
Look, when you scratch when you scratch his chin, look, scratch, and then glitter comes out.
The whole thing shimmers like a hive of bees. Yep. Yep, that's the thing that we've been doing. She's had one drink. This is on one drink.
Bella, do you want some festival clothes?
What?
We're gonna go clothes shopping after this.
What's wrong with these clothes?
Oh, nothing.
We got you
a lot of bloodstains. That's a lot of bloodstains.
Prestidigitation. What bloodstains?
I don't think I'm misremembering this. For the wedding, we got you your normal outfit just in red.
I mean, yeah. What was wrong with that?
Well,
they're nice robes, aren't they?
They are very nice robes. I just think if I have to do this, that you have to do this.
I see how it is.
Yes. Yep. And wouldn't it be nice to also have them in, like, you know, a very festival lavender color? It would look great.
Sure, I guess I don't technically have this in lavender yet.
You know, and like there's just a lot of flowers, and that's a color that flowers come in. It is a flower, actually. Lavender. It is a flower. It smells nice. And Metz is just and I'm like, yep. Yep. I don't know. I like shiny things, and apparently we have to put on a happy face because people are looking up to us.
What do you wait? Who's looking up to what?
And like Itzel's gonna kind of like tilt her head and like make some like pointed looks around at people who are watching this exchange on the float. We made a float, Bella. We made a float.
Oh, yeah, I don't like attention. Can we make them stop paying attention?
Oh, Bella, they
know who we are. They know who we are.
Why would they know who I am? I don't like that.
You know,
Bella is like gonna duck under the parade float and just turn into someone else and duck back out again.
They don't know who I am at
all. Oh, what a move!
Does it seem cool when you do that? Because you just did that in front of people watching.
I said under the parade float, so I assume it's like
make a stealth check.
Yeah.
But like, if you pop out as a different person but wearing the same thing when they're watching.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Bella didn't think about this. I stand by my choices.
It's very in character. 100%.
You said specifically stealth?
Yeah.
All right. That's a 10.
Okay.
Beautiful. 100% in character.
You get some weird looks when you duck under the float to like shapeshift. A couple people actually like kind of walk up to the float, and you know they all festivaled out. They got their like little like headband of flowers and like a bunch of drinks and like a little meat on a stick kind of thing. And one of them's like, "Oh hey, you get down there? Did you like fall under the float or something? You need a hand?"
She's afraid of heights.
I mean, that'll do it. That's probably it's better than being up there.
Any height at all.
Yeah, and like just being off of the ground, you know, it makes some people nervous.
Yeah.
Where did you get that meat on a stick? That smells so good.
That's stand back there.
They got donkey. Is that what I'm smelling right now? Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's delicious.
Great. Awesome. I'm gonna like toss him a coin, like a silver or something, and be like, "Can you go grab like a couple of those? Keep the change, man. Thank you."
Oh hell yeah! All right, cool. We'll come back. Hey, can we party on your float?
Yes.
Awesome.
Like, of course you can.
Yeah. They circle back about 5 minutes later. They have just an armful of like steak on sticks, basically.
Great. Let's share. Yeah. Great. I know. Like, I think maybe this will settle your stomach. It's so delicious because there's people out here that noticed you ducking under and want to make sure you're okay.
What does new Bella look like?
He's as popular as New Coke. Yeah.
I like Bella Classic.
So I think when Bella pops out from under the float
or Dream World or whatever.
Yeah, right. I think she was thinking of the same thing of like, yeah, just like we got your same stuff, but in red for the wedding. So she pops out and it's like not even that big a change. It's just like a different
She's blonde now.
No, it's a different elvish woman with like red hair now and like, different colored eyes and like really not that good a job at being all that different. It's just like, it was basically like a color swap Bella almost. Like the face is different, but like
it's the scene in Craft where she's like, I sort of changed my appearance. I changed my hair tone. Yeah.
The palette swap. Yeah.
I'm picturing the Smash Brothers, like you just change your fighter and they just have different color schemes.
Exactly. Bella's panicking. Bella is not making good choices.
Fantastic. Grace says,
cool trick for the festival.
Huh.
Yeah, for the festival.
Festive.
Metzley's gonna like come over and like basically like take a blossom from the float and tuck it in your hair, and it's gonna weave itself into a little circlet.
You look great. Yeah, it matches your hair now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, cool thing about this float, it moves on its own, so we can ride this literally to the tailor shop.
Wouldn't that attract a lot of attention while we go to the tailor shop?
I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a parade eventually too, so we gotta test run it first.
Get the heck out of here because of this that we just did. So let's like eat our meat on a stick and roll on out. Roll out. Roll.
I think
out.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna
come on,
go.
All right.
The float just starts lurching forward.
Pick her up and like put her on the platform of the wagon and be like, just like say hi when somebody makes direct eye contact, but you look like you.
I'm picturing like two Tensors floating discs together, just like slowly floating down the road with the parade float on it.
This is like a wagon that somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you can borrow that for."
Oh, even better, like, even better.
No,
yeah.
Like Metsu
super
was like,
old
borrow
school.
your cart, yeah, like, and then yep.
Thank you. It's so nice.
Zero, like suspension. It's just every single little tiny pebble.
Squeak. Yep, the whole way.
Incredible. I'm gonna make a roll. Okay, cool. Y'all the life of the party.
Fantastic.
As you know, as it's approaching 5 o'clock rapidly, right? The sun's starting to kind of hang low in the sky. Valen, you're kind of walking back to the Syrian manor, and that guard is out there, right?
Hey.
And he's like, "Hey, yo, dude, it's almost 5. You serious? You serious about going out there?
Guards are off duty. Let's get a crowd.
All right, yeah. Okay, I'll ask around. Give me a minute. Let me get changed, and I'll be getting ready to go."
Cool.
So
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna think of what's the most expensive tailor in the city. I need to stop by there for 5 minutes.
There's a tailor called Stitch and Smile, which is very expensive.
That's perfectly fine. I'm gonna run over there real quick.
Okay. This is wild. Do me a favor, make a wisdom saving throw, DC 20, please.
Oh damn. Wisdom is not actually my jam as a paladin. No, I'm sorry, that is absolutely untrue. That is a 28.
God damn! Okay.
Fuck you.
This old thing, it's called wisdom.
That old thing?
It doesn't matter until it really does.
So, okay, cool.
Look, some of us are charisma-based spellcasters, okay?
Yes, some of us
are. How seamlessly you fit into social situations.
Yes, because if anything, we've evidenced the fact that Bella's high stat being charisma shows that she always handles social situations with grace and aplomb.
Yep.
Yes. The handshake is nice, but I need my money. Cool. No, okay. Nothing happens. You run over to the tailor.
Are my friends there?
What?
I'm going to say that Odette definitely would have written a couple of different copies of the name and given it to each one of you and be like, "Let's do this later. Let's hard reset everything."
Odette knows us.
I like
what name?
Yeah. She wrote So Crafty.
It was the So Crafty.
So Crafty.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
But
Stitch and Smile. Which
if you want to go to the most expensive tailor in the city, yeah, sure. But if you want to go to a nice tailor, Stitching,
sure.
Sorry, So Crafty
does
is
not
nice.
the most expensive tailor in the city sound like they're like mummifying people? Anyone else feeling like that's the?
It's more like a gift wrapper, honestly.
Oh yay!
No, nothing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh crap! It turned out it was George Takei the whole time. So
all right, so I roll into the tailor. Are my friends there?
Your friends are not at the tailor. Your friends are outside the tailor shop with about 100 other people who've surrounded a giant float that looks like a weird glitter vomiting effigy of Gruff. And you see Itzel, Metzley, and Bella that are just partying on this float. Well, Metzley's having a good time. Itzel and Bella they're there.
Actually, I think what's happened is as the float was going through the city, random people were handing them drinks up onto the float. So now Bella is crunk and Bella is having a great time.
There it is. Cool. So that's what you roll into. Like literally, like you're reaching for the door to the tailor and you like see in the reflection. You're like, "What the hell?" And you look back and just see this entire scene.
It's time to go pregame this party. I turn around, everybody's drunk as fuck. All right, cool. Let's rock.
The parade scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
It is actually quite good, but I don't know what meat it is. There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We're supposed to join a parade, but I don't think we're on the right route, so we're just doing our own parade.
We're a parade of one. It's awesome.
Yeah, a per one.
A per one.
A per one.
All right, well, I'm going to let him know. I'm going partying with the guards. We're going to go hit the cheap bars, and we're going to have a ball.
You should get the guards to get on our float. We should all go on the float to the bars.
Okay. I don't think that's on the parade route, but sure. Let's rock.
We're making our own parade. It'll be awesome. Just like a bar. We'll do a bar crawl with the parade float.
Odette and Cole, you come walking around the corner from the other side just in time to see this interaction.
So I'm just going to stare at Metzley and be like, this is, I'm having fun.
Done and done.
Yes. Hey! It's Odette!
Hi, Odette!
I grab your hands and you look really happy, so we do the thing where like you kind of jump. You're like, you look so great! Oh my god! Oh, this is one. Gosh, this is. She's thinking of This is the Bella I kind of remember.
Turns out that previous Bella was drunk a lot when she hung out with her dad.
Let's have tea. Yes, let's have tea.
You just hear Gray in your head, like, see, not all memories are helpful.
Odette is thrilled with how you look, and she's like, we're glad that we found all of you. This guy needs a new vest. I need a new dress. We should really just get something wonderful with the. We have the money. We have the power. We have everything at our fingertips, and we should really go to the ball tonight.
Oh, we will.
Sure.
Like
we're going to make it there.
Flower, like a peony or something like that has like a lot of like really roughly layer or whatever bits. And I'm gonna like tuck it like from above because I'm still on the float, like into Odette's bun, I'm assuming, and let it like cause it to have like make like one of like the little crown of the like the flowers tucked in. And I'll like, you know, take another slightly less elaborate flower and like tuck it into Cole's like little vest pocket. And be like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're all doing.
Odette like laughs and she's like, "This is so beautiful." It's and she just kind of like flicks her like fingers a little bit, and like a long cigarette like with like the long holder kind of like shows
Cruella de Vil style, yeah.
Hands it to you, and she's like, "My dear."
Yeah, just fucking rip it, baby.
Woo!
Slap that down, dude. Yeah, dude.
Oh shit! We just got a nation.
Woo!
Yes!
Party float. Let's go. So, thank you for your donation.
Thank you.
So, as you were all just like melting down into this party, right? Eventually, the guard's name is Francis. He comes running out. He's got just like long, curly, like sandy hair. Got kind of like a wisp of a beard. He's just a big dude. That's probably in his like, you know, mid to late 20s. It's just like, bro, I brought the guys. You turn back and you see like 6 linebacker-looking guys behind him. He's like, the whole team got the night off. So like,
perfect. Now you tell me, what bar are we going to?
Oh man,
what bar are we going to first?
There we go. Like, I got you covered. Look, and then 3 of them just pull out coolers and slam them down, and they're like,
this one.
First bar starts here. Let's just throwing out beers. Cole grabs one, cracks it open, just downs it, and is like, all right, let's cut loose. Let's do it.
It's so like look at Francis and be like, I would like to spar with you later.
No.
Oh,
that's flirting?
It's more like, I want to fight this thing. Yeah.
Yeah. He walks up. He walks up to you.
Golems before, like, this is the same feel. Yep.
He walks up to you with like a little bit of swagger and like stands at eye level with you and is like, "All right, yeah, I'm down for a friendly sparring match. You name the time and place. Let's do it." So
not in my dress, but later. Okay.
That's a good rule. That's a good rule.
Out of your dress is what you're saying.
Yeah, we're spar without the dress. I get it. Wait, what?
Whoa, phrasing.
So and all of you were just like,
I said.
Oh god, I'm actually honestly picturing the. Oh god, this is madness. So like, this scene of like the revolving camera around this area where people are just like high-fiving, throwing beers, grabbing street food. Random people are coming up and talking to you. Everyone's having a good time, right? And then you're about to start your bar crawl, and then all the while, like after about 20 minutes of partying, you see, eventually just goes, wait, we can't leave yet. We didn't get outfits, and like runs over and just bangs on the door of the sew shop, and inside there's just like really, really like just stern-faced looking gnome with a little cabbie hat and a pot belly with suspenders on, just smoking a cigar, watching this whole thing. And he's just like, all right, you all about to have a hell of a night, and I'm going to make you look fancy while you're doing it. Come on in.
She's getting in her cups, and she's like, this is fabulous. You look so cute. And then she says, but I need to let you, most important, this is my boyfriend, and he is the shapeshifter. So you need to take it in or out or make it accommodable for that. I have an idea of what I want. She like opens her book and then like uses shadow magic in order to like bring up a design. She's like, I'm thinking something a little bit like this. We can use this material if you want. And she like points to the dress she has on.
All right, too easy.
Well, could you make it scintillate like a starry night? The black is matte and absorbs light.
Can I make it look like Starry Night? I can actually make it look like an actual asteroid shower. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Oh, and she's like, as she like goes back with him, she's like, the train should vanish into shadows and mist, and she like,
vanish and mist is my specialty.
Let's do this. And she's like, and she says that we were referred to you by Yosef, and she like shows like like the house seal.
Yosef, good guy. Yeah. I made him his suits. He needed a couple when he got here. Something about like them falling apart on the road or something. I don't know who made his stuff, but it wasn't designed for that kind of punishment. You smoke? You want a cigar?
She's like, I've never tried one before. Let's give it a go.
Oh, they're great. You ever feel like you're blushing in your lungs? It's kind of how it feels, Here, try it out.
That sounds terrible.
Hey, you get used to it. So suits are also fireproof. It's just thrown in. Cigar and cinder, not actual like fire. Don't jump in anything. Yes, I say that caveat because I said fireproof once, and someone jumped in a bonfire, and I was like, no, that's more for like ash and cigar smoke. They really wanted to push that thing to the limit, and then they wanted to claim like lawsuit is not good.
No, we just want to have a good time. However, we do get into battle quite a bit, so...
Yeah, in a place where fireball happens, you think that you'd be a little more careful about making a fireproof claim like that.
I mean, I can make you a fire resistant suit, but that's going to cost you way more than what you're probably willing to pay tonight. Also, that probably won't be made tonight. I can get you some stuff real classy, real quick, but you want extra bells and whistles. That's going to take a bit.
Oh, I don't actually care about fashion, so you can do whatever you want.
I don't know why you wouldn't. With hair like that, you can match all sorts of cool dresses.
Do it.
I'll whatever you think is best. Just like do something.
Make her something beautiful, and then she's so beautiful, and Odette hands Bella the cigar.
The gnome just claps his hands and goes, "Done." Hey, you like that? Yeah. No.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you got a good look about you. But let's go find something cool for you to wear. So, and then it just proceeds to start the fitting, and I think I will cut the scene there, as you all have a chance to start thinking about what kind of cool outfit you want to debut next session. Right. Which will be...
I was going to talk about going around the town drinking, but that's fine.
Oh, no, that's still happening. Trust me. It is get a nice suit, go party it up, go roll into this ball at midnight, just hammered.
And diplomacy.
Yep.
Ready.
Drink diplomacy. Yeah, I can do better.
Yeah,
I can do better.
We can do better in that.
I can't do better. Anyway. Cool. This is a good session. I had a lot of fun with this.
This was fun.
Get a chance to unwind. And we'll see what those wisdom saving throws meant next session, probably.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, got them written down just in case I wouldn't forget, just help me help you kind of a deal. But yeah, well, thank you everyone who hung out with us and enjoyed a fucking wild episode. It was nice to get a break from, psychological torture and terrible demons and bloods and monsters eating people, and also to like the fun stuff we usually bring to the Veilbreakers table,
which is psychological trauma, extra family members, existential threat.
Finding some secret lost parents that you may or may not have ever interacted with before.
That was the hardest curveball I threw this entire session.
Also, a whole bunch of wisdom saving throws that we don't really know what's going on about yet.
Yeah. It's not like I had a bunch of nightmare demons take the faces of your loved ones and then say a bunch of mean shit to you. Like, yeah, keep it chill.
Yeah,
keep it chill.
Time.
This time.
Below the facade of, we could have been teleported into hell. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, this could all be an illusion.
I mean, no one has rolled to investigate the illusion yet, so I'm just saying.
Fair.
We've been actively interacting with
Which illusion do you mean?
Yes, just continue to drink your illusion punch and act like nothing's wrong.
What was the LARP that we did where it was actually the keg that was part of the LARP that had poison in it, and we didn't tell the people?
Oh God,
that was the one. That was the spaceship one.
Yeah.
We were Amazon delivery spaceship, and everybody woke up, and we were having a keg LARP, and so everybody was drinking beer, and part of the LARP was that the beer was poisoned, and so if you drank the beer, it was worked into the plot. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was a good time. So never trust the beer, or always trust the beer. I don't know.
Always trust the beer.
Yeah,
it's never led me wrong.
I appreciate everyone. Let's see.
So glad you came with us on this romp. Yeah.
This was honestly, this actually might be one of my favorite sessions, just in terms of just role playing shenanigans, and wholesomeness, right? But
that's our tagline: role playing shenanigans and wholesomeness.
Yep. All this we do for International Rescue Committee and other charities as we go forth. Right now, we're at a about, if I had to estimate, $1,500, since my little display won't work, out of our $2,000 goal. And this is only night 2 of the 12 days. Sorry,
Hazmas.
12 days of Hazmas. Yep, that's the one. So got a lot more games
Which runs through the 30th.
Runs through the 30th. Yes. And we will figure out if we'll be back on the 1st with more Veil Breakers. We'll figure that out in the Discord. I don't want to make any promises since that is New Year's Day. But with that said, if you had a good time tonight, follow our socials so you can see the schedule, especially for Hazmat. It's on Twitter, right? And Instagram. Here's our Discord if you want to jump in and deal with a bunch of big old nerds who like memes and pets and funny TTRPG ideas. And just wholesome
conversation. It's pet pictures, food, and tattoos.
That's a very good description.
That's who we are as people.
That feels like that Saturday Night Live guest that came on, the guy who's on Barry. He's like, this Discord has everything. It has pets, it has memes, it has all sorts of things. It also has nerds. I don't know, anyway. But
nerds.
Any of that justice, so forget about me.
Nerds are the worst. Oh, man.
I do know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name either. Yeah.
I gotta find somebody to raid. Let's take a look-see.
Find a raid.
Yeah.
Oh, Stefan.
Oh, that seems like fun.
Yes, Stefan. Yes, that was the character. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a group called Girls Run These Worlds, and it's a holiday D&D one shot. So that's probably
perfect.
That's probably the raid there.
Do it.
So do me a favor. We're gonna head out. We're gonna see the thanks for watching screen, right? And after about a minute, the raid will pop off. So just hop in, say hello, throw them a follow, just build the community, right? And thank you for watching. Anybody have any parting thoughts before we go?
Can't wait to light this city on fire.
The next session is gonna be great.
I can't wait to find out what those wisdom saving throws meant.
You got tension and release. Got to build the tension. So, very cool. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging with us, and have a wonderful night.
Happy holidays.
Happy